The half, 57-31. It's been a closer, lower scoring half, but Maryland starters been out for several minutes. A couple of folks on X tonight. A deep, dark pit of despair. Thanks for keeping us positive. Well, we're glad to help out that way. You guys deserve combat pay for this one.
Oh, that's a good one right there.
Bunch of Muhammad folks at Bonaire Resort in St. Pete Beach. By the way, Trey White is who stepped in the lane, I'm told, on that one free throw back a while ago. Cookeville, Tennessee. And Babylon, New York. Peoria, Huntsville, Alabama, all with us tonight. Sorry we couldn't get you a better result, but here's Riley with 2 on the clock. On the inbound, he heaves it up. Remember, out of the timeout, they called timeout, and Riley throws in a 3.
Well, there you go, Brian. That's what you do. You draw up a play, practice time. Yeah. You see if you can get it. That may become useful in a couple weeks.
Maryland this year, 28 times. They've had a couple tonight. They've had 28 times this year, at least 10-0 runs. And a couple of those tonight. Here's Young. Gapari down the lane. The New Zealander flings it off the glass, no good. Rebound picked out of there by Harris Smith, and he'll reset it. 88-60 is the Maryland lead after the three-pointer there by Riley. Pass in the corner, and another three-point shot up and no good by Gapari, and the rebound to Humrickhouse. Illini have out-rebounded Maryland by 7, but have not been able to score enough to keep up. 147, lob Riley to Merez Johnson, who slams it in. Like that.
You and me both, Brian. Good series on that play.
Yep, 88-62. Maryland lets the ball roll up. I'm not sure why.
Well, the clock was running, so I'm okay if the clock is running.
Okay. Young handles it out near midcourt, just dribbling. Guarded by Boswell. 88-62 Terps. Get it out top to Deshaun Harris-Smith. Off-balance layup, missed it. Rebound Merez Johnson. Johnson with his 8th rebound. Second straight game with that in his return. Here is Riley. 105 for the game. Fires the 3 in and out. No good. Rebound Merez. Up blocked. Blocked out of there by Maryland. Good job there. 55 seconds left. 88-62 Terps. They can just kind of stand. Their crowd can. And we had them way outnumbered tonight as far as crowd. And it's the much smaller group from College Park that are cheering now. 10 to shoot, 40 seconds left. Geronimo drives. Little floater is too hard. Rebound, Humrickhouse. And the Terps are headed to the semifinals. Davis out top to Boswell. Down to 25 seconds for the game. 18 to shoot. Drive by Boswell. Kicks it right wing, Humrickhouse for 3. Yes! Humrickhouse with his first points of the night. He had not scored until then. 88-65 Maryland. The Terps can dribble it out. Once they make it to the timeline, the two coaches already chatting with each other, Brad Underwood and Kevin Willard. And this one goes to the Turtles. They win it 88-65 over the Fighting Illini. Eliminate the Illini from the Big Ten Tournament. Next stop, the big dance.
Yes, sir. Sunday can't come soon enough, Brian.
Well, that was a tough one. The Illini lose it. Never led tonight. Maryland led for all but they led for all but a couple of minutes. 38 minutes the lead time. And the Illini get blown out here in the Big Ten Tournament. Maryland didn't score the last 3 minutes, missed 10 of their last 11 shots. Illinois ended the game on an 8-0 run, but way too little, way too late. 88-65 is the final in favor of Maryland. And Maryland continues to be a nemesis. Well, they got some really good players, though. Queen and going down the list, Reese. That starting 5, Rice got him going, got him cooking early.
Yeah.
With all the 3-point baskets.
And that's what it is. I mean, if you look at the first half scoring compared to the second half, that first half they went on a tear.
Yeah.
And I mean, and they took the hard But it appeared that they took the heart out of the Illini team early. And we didn't run our stuff. Tommy picked up his foul, so then it really got us discombobulated. They poured it on. Second half was actually better, and I hope that's what I know Coach will take that and build off of that going into where we're going to end up on Sunday. But that's a really, really good team.
Yeah. Well, we've seen a lot of good teams. We've seen Duke this year. We've seen Tennessee. We've seen Mississippi. They're as good as any of those teams.
Yeah.
And we're a little biased because they've done it to us twice.
Well, we watched them do it to a bunch of other folks too. Like you said, now what is that? 14 out of the last 16 games.
12 out of 14.
12 out of 14. There you go.
2 losses in the last 2 months.
There you go.
That's a loaded team. Well, tip your cap.
Faced him twice. Does that help you guys? Does it help him? How do you interpret? Because the numbers are one thing, but then you watch him out there and play. I mean, he's a grueling cover assignment for anybody.
Yeah, it affirms having played against him live twice. It affirms some of the things that you maybe thought you saw on film. And obviously what adjustments were made from game 1 to game 2. And obviously today's rubber match will be more of the same because they're going to do what they do. They're going to run most of their offense through Braden Smith and Trey Kaufman-Renn. And we got to make sure that guys like Cam Heide, who had a big game last night, don't have the type of impact that can put them in a great position.
Mentioned Trey Kaufman-Renn tied a career high with those 30 points. Just a deep bag for a big, right? The fact he's 50+% on floaters is pretty remarkable. How unique is he compared to some of the other assignments you guys have had on the front court?
Well, you just don't see much more guys who embrace playing that way. The physicality, the grind physically of the game every night. I mean, he does it every single night. One of the more impressive seasons I've seen from a big guy in a long time because he's at the top of everybody's scout report. And he's seeing different coverages. He's seeing double teams. He's seeing single coverage. He's seeing digs. He's seeing teams switch on him and try to front him. He's still finding a way to be highly, highly efficient. He's gotten better in the last 5-6 games or so, going to his left hand and finishing over his right shoulder, where early on it was his left shoulder, right hand, and obviously gets to the free throw line to converse there, so you can't just hack-a-shack him either. Really, really good player, plays some very, very mature game.
Their number 3 option offensively is Fletcher Lawyer, and it's not as simple as this stat, but they are undefeated when he has hit 3 or more threes, and they're a 500 team when he does not. How do you keep him away from getting some of those catch and shoots where he's better than a 50% shooter?
Well, you can't ever get relaxed. He doesn't handle the ball much, but he moves well without it. He knows how to set his screening opportunities up. They do a great job of camouflaging some things that are actually for him by running him away from the ball, burying him in the paint, and then running him off a stagger. And then they do a great job actually screening to get him open. He doesn't need a whole lot of time, and obviously you can't turn it over because he gets several of them in transition.
Last thing on the rest of this roster, it seems like they don't have guys where you're going to have 8 or 9 deep of real high usage productivity. But you mentioned Heide last night against USC. Caleb First had 5 offensive rebounds against you guys in the meeting at Chrysler. Saw Rowley Burgess have a couple of made threes against you guys. What makes it a unique scout from your standpoint when you kind of know there's going to be a 4th, 5th, and 6th who are going to step up, but you don't know who it's going to be?
Well, the key is you can't give them their points. You have to make them earn it because the other guys can score pretty easily. Now, you can also give the others, respectfully, easy baskets in transition on the offensive glass or by turning the ball over that lead to, easy baskets or free throws. And so guys like Burgess, you got to take off the three-point line. Guys like Heide, you got to block out. Guys like First, you can't allow him to outwork you and get 10 points without them having any plans on him getting 10 points. Those are things that you got to make sure that you limit. And then make sure, obviously, you want to make inefficient as much as possible because TKR and Braden Smith are going to get a good share of points because they're going to have a lot of volume in their shooting.
As always, Coach, appreciate it. Good luck.
Thank you.
Here's Mike Boynton Jr. We'll come back with Damari Burnett's pregame thoughts as we get you ready for the Wolverines and the Boilermakers from Indy. This is Michigan basketball from Learfield.
Get your roll on with Lucky Paradise at Saginaw Eagles Landing Casino and Hotel. Every Saturday in March from 4 p.m. to 10 p.m., roll your way to paradise and win a share of over $45,000 cash and travel vouchers. Get ready to jumpstart your vacation. Join us every Saturday at 10 p.m. for the grand prize drawing. Plus, boost your chances every Monday with 10 times entries. Only at Saginaw Eagles Landing Casino and Hotel. Real fun, real friendly. Visit Saginaw-EaglesLanding.com for complete rules and details.
A true teammate takes on every day with a winner's attitude. gets up when they fall down, and leaves it all on the field. There's a group of teammates who do all these things every single day. But they're more than your typical athlete. They're kids dealing with unthinkable medical circumstances. Team Impact matches children facing serious illness or disability with college sports teams, creating a long-term, life-changing experience for everyone involved. Help us get all kids in the game. Visit teamimpact.org. Team Impact. All in, all together.
Wolverines basketball plays here.
Left point three on its way, and he got it again!
On the Michigan Sports Network from Learfield.
Think Ford first. Right now, check out the 2025 Ford Escape at your Southeast Michigan Ford dealers. The Escape comes available with driver assist technologies like pre-collision assist with automatic emergency braking. And with a great in-stock selection, you're sure to find the perfect Escape just for you. AZ Plan customers who trade in their vehicle can lease a 2025 Ford Escape for $319 a month for 36 months with $2,579 due at signing. Payment includes waived security deposit, excludes title, taxes, and license fees. Not all lessees will qualify for Ford Credit Red Carpet Low Mileage Lease. Payment includes $2,500 Trade Assist and $500 matching down Open Trade Assist. Offer ends March 31st. See dealer for qualifications and complete details. Some exclusions may apply. So get to your Southeast Michigan Ford dealers and take advantage of this $319 Escape lease offer before it ends. Think Ford first.
Michigan, Purdue. It is the rubber match, and it is the opener for the Wolverines here in the Big Ten Tournament. Namari Burnett, one of our favorites, alongside. You are a basketball junkie. This is a unique event. You guys don't play back-to-back at any point this year. You're trying to win 3 games in 3 days, but it's one at a time. First off, just a basketball guy. How cool is this chance? What does this opportunity mean?
Oh, man, it's an amazing privilege to come out here and be able to compete for something special. A Big Ten Tournament championship is something that I and the team has had on our radar for a while now. And so this means everything. Every game is a new opportunity for us to, go out there and win at the highest level. And if you don't win, you go home. So it literally feels like that. And I'm very excited to go out there and put it all on the floor.
Dusty mentioned earlier in the week that because of the schedule down the stretch, there weren't a lot of off days. You guys weren't able to go really hard in practice. Mm-hmm. What was this week like in preparation? Were you guys able to maybe do a little bit more, maybe a little more physicality than the last few weeks?
Yeah, most definitely. No, we've been ramping up the physicality in practice, working on things that we needed to improve on all season. I think it's really good for us, and I know it's going to show in the games and the games going forward. So I'm very excited to put what we've been working on in practice, being physical on the boards, on defense, communication. It's all things that we've been kind of missing out on in practice and in the game. So I'm excited to go out there and replicate it.
It's not rocket science that teams in March tend to shoot pretty well.
Yeah.
That's something that's eluded you guys here as of late. In film study, have you liked the shots that you and your teammates have gotten and they just haven't fallen?
Yeah, most definitely. We look at film individually and as a team. We like, man, a lot of those shots are A shots. We talk about A, B, C shots all the time, and we generate a lot of them. And so we just looking forward to staying confident, and the work that we put in practice individually is all going to pay off, and I think it'll show here in this game tonight and going forward.
How would you describe the assignment that Braden Smith is as the Big Ten Player of the Year? What challenges, I know there are many, does he provide?
Many challenges. He's a very cerebral player, high IQ, understands the game very well, understands angles, and he uses it almost to perfection. So going out there and, using our size and our length against him defensively, kind of disrupt his rhythm and his flow of the game, and, knowing what he likes to do and try to take it away as much as possible. So I'm looking forward to that matchup, especially us playing him for the third time on a neutral site, and it's going to be fun tonight.
Trey Kaufman-Renn, someone who you're probably not going to be one-on-one with a whole lot in this game, but he's a unique big in that he'll shoot that floater, which he's really good at. He's a little bit more versatile. He's kind of like a Danny Wolf in that regard. What's important for you to do against others to help the bigs against Trey?
Yeah, I think it's important to show multiple bodies, but at the same time, stay home to shooters. They rely heavily on their shooters like Lawyer and Cox. So being smart with that, but just making sure that he sees us in the gaps And then the bigs on him, whether it's Danny or Vlad, will have help, and they're going to be physical on him and kind of take away what he loves to do. He's very good at, getting to his hook, like you said, the floater. And so just kind of disrupting his rhythm, showing different bodies, showing different coverages. I think it'll help disturb their offense and his offense.
Do you prefer the first game of the day or the last game of the day? Is this the wait today? Has it been a bit of a challenge, or do you embrace that?
I embrace the last game of the day. I feel like it's primetime TV, and I'm excited to that 9 p.m. slot. I think we've been prepared for it for the last few days. Not going to sleep super late, but like a little bit later so we can, feel good and energized and ready to go for tonight.
Go be a primetime player, Namari. Always appreciate it, bud.
Thank you, as always.
There's Namari Burnett. Much more to do here on the pregame show as we get you set for this primetime matchup. Wolverines and Boilermakers. Rob Joyce's check of the out-of-town scoreboard. When we come back here from Indianapolis, this is Michigan basketball from Learfield.
We asked our team, why did you choose to work for Michigan Medicine? Here are some of their answers.
Being able to interact with patients, offer them hope, and hopefully giving them care that they couldn't receive anywhere else is the biggest thing.
Because it's the best of the best. We have great benefits, we have great leadership.
I love what I do. This is a place where you want to be if you're looking to make change.
To our team, we say, thank you for choosing us. We shape the future of healthcare together at Michigan Medicine.
Warm up this winter with thoughts of Michigan softball and Michigan baseball, because tickets are on sale now. Softball is fresh off yet another Big Ten Tournament title and NCAA Tournament appearance, while Michigan baseball has posted a winning record in 11 of its last 12 seasons and eyes a return to the tournament for the first time since 2022. For schedules, promotions, and ticket information, visit mgoblue.com. That's mgoblue.com to join us for Michigan softball and baseball this spring.
Today's broadcast is brought to you by Progressive. Insurance for motorcycles, boats, and RVs. For protection on the road and on the water, see how much you can save at 1-800-PROGRESSIVE and Progressive.com. This is the Michigan Sports Network from Learfield.
Wolverines fans, it's time to join the University of Michigan Credit Union, the leaders and best in local banking. We are here to help you stay on top of your game with competitive loan rates and championship service to meet all your financial needs. Access your account with our conveniently located branches and ATMs, 24/7 online banking, and our mobile app. To learn more about our services or find a branch near you, visit umcu.org. UMCU is a proud partner of Michigan Athletics. The University of Michigan Credit Union is federally insured by NCUA.
Which schools will take home the prestigious Learfield Directors Cup as the top college athletic programs for the 2024-25 college athletics season? You can follow the standings of your favorite team or alma mater at L Directors Cup on Twitter and online at thedirectorscup.com. Trophies will be awarded in June 2025 to the winning institutions in all college sports divisions. Learfield Directors Cup, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
Getting you set for Michigan and Purdue from the Big Ten quarterfinals in Indy. Tip will be, around 9:10 or so from Gainbridge Fieldhouse. Rob Joyce in the network studios with our first check of scores. Naturally, being the last game of the night, we were at the bottom of the Big Ten bracket. Winner of our game will get Maryland after the Terps just boat raced Illinois 88-65. The final wasn't even that close. Maryland led by 19 midway through the first half, led by 26 at the break. At one point, led by 36 before calling off the Dogs. So it's Maryland against either Michigan or Purdue in the second semifinal tomorrow around 3:30. We know the first set of semifinalists. The day began top-seeded Michigan State holding off Oregon 74-64. Spartans held a 10-point halftime lead, and after an early duck flurry right out of halftime, largely kept them at bay. Jace Richardson led the way 17. Jaden Akins a dozen as MSU in its first semifinal since 2022. Spartans take on Wisconsin, who ran away from UCLA in Game 2 today with a 3-point barrage. Badgers tied a tourney record 19 threes, win 86-70. Wasn't even that close. UCLA closed on an 11-0 run in garbage time to make it more respectable. John Tandre, 26 points, 6 for 6 from deep for the Badgers. We're counting it down to Michigan and Purdue here tonight. Maybe the most consequential night of the year around the country, but A lot of games decided by double digits given the stakes. We'll run through it next. This is Wolverine basketball from Learfield.
Champion Circle is the preeminent name, image, and likeness collective supporting University of Michigan student athletes. Help Champion Circle empower Wolverine student athletes through NIL by joining the Everybody In for Michigan campaign. Our goal is to reach over 100,000 Michigan fans to help ensure that Michigan remains at the forefront of college athletics. For more on the Everybody In for Michigan campaign, head to championscircleufm.com. Champions Circle, proud partner of University of Michigan Athletics.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End of friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
You're 60 seconds away from more Michigan basketball. But first, a local break here on the Michigan Sports Network from Learfield.
Imagine yourself in a new Toyota, like the best-selling RAV4. Now through March 31st, get 4.99 APR financing on a new 25 RAV4 or 5.99 on a RAV4 hybrid. Excludes plug-ins. Or lease a gas-powered RAV4 LE for $339 a month for 36 months with $32.99 due at signing. With approved credit through TFS. Tax, title, and license extra. Call 1-888-36-TOYOTA for details or go to toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
After suffering an injury, you may face many hard questions. What will tomorrow bring? Which firm should I choose to represent me and my family? At Morgan & Morgan, we will hold your hand every step of the way. From our one-click sign-up, mobile apps, and 24/7 availability, we make it easy to get your case started right from the comfort of your couch. All firms are not the same. Injured? The choice is easy. Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Kind of get down to Michigan and Purdue from Indianapolis. Again, tip-off about 15 minutes or so away. Just gave you your Big Ten Tournament primer, but across college basketball, loaded slate of games throughout today. We'll jump right into it. ACC Tournament in Charlotte already in the semifinals. Top-ranked Duke leads North Carolina 66-56 under 8 timeout. Duke led by 21 at halftime. Heels trying to make a comeback. No Cooper Flagg for the Blue Devils. The National Player of the Year candidate hurt his ankle yesterday, and over Georgia Tech did not return. Second semifinal will follow. Clemson takes on Louisville. Big 12 also in the semis in Kansas City. First one winding down. Battle of Cougars, number 2 Houston all over BYU, 65-47, 5 minutes to go. Second game to follow, number 9 Texas against Arizona. Semifinals wrap with the Big East at Madison Square Garden. Top seed to St. John's pulling away from Marquette. 1:21 to go. Johnny's up 77-61. So they will get either UConn or Creighton tomorrow. And then lastly at the power level, SEC still in the quarterfinal round. Night session in Nashville going on right now. Florida leads Missouri 74-64, under 9 to go in Nashville. Winner of that game will get Alabama or Kentucky in the semis tomorrow. Earlier in the day, top-seeded Auburn advanced to the semis for the second straight year. Pulled away from Ole Miss 62-57, and Auburn will get Tennessee tomorrow after the Vols dispatch of Texas 83-72. Michigan and Purdue here tonight. We'll get Dusty May's pregame thoughts next. This is Michigan basketball from Learfield.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Try and taste with your ears. Hear those bubbles? Imagine them tingling on your tongue. Fizzy deliciousness. Listen to that cascading liquid. A mouth-watering waterfall. Irresistibly tasty. Zero sugar. Crisp. Refreshing. And ice cold. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
The passion, the tradition, the rivalries. SiriusXM is your destination for all things college sports. And we've got you covered on SiriusXM College Sports Radio. There's complete coverage of every major conference, plus live games and 24/7 talk and analysis. So cheer along on the SiriusXM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. And now you can get 3 months of SiriusXM free. Subscribe now and see offer details at SiriusXM.com/College Sports Radio 25.
Today's broadcast is brought to you by Progressive. Insurance for motorcycles, boats, and RVs. For protection on the road and on the water, see how much you can save at 1-800-PROGRESSIVE and Progressive.com. This is the Michigan Sports Network from Learfield.
Looking for resort-style living? Woodland Muse Apartments and Townhomes is located in the heart of Ann Arbor and offers everything you need to feel at home. You can check us out online at woodlandmuse.com or call us at 734-995-1000 to secure your new home today. That's woodlandmuse.com or 734-995-1000. Go Blue!
Risk management is not just what we do, it's our calling. We trace our roots to 1850 when Alan Pinkerton founded Pinkerton's National Detective Agency. During our rich history, we created a forerunner to the U.S. Secret Service, hired America's first woman detective, and remained the industry leader. Today, we infuse institutional knowledge and technology with integrity, vigilance, and excellence to deliver innovative solutions to clients around the globe. No matter when, no matter where, we are there for you. Because at Pinkerton, we never sleep.
We're closing in on tip-off, so let's head into the Michigan locker room and hear from head coach Dusty May. With Coach May, here's Brian Bush.
We're here in Indianapolis, Michigan, the last team to take the floor for the first time here in the Big Ten Tournament. We're with the head coach, Dusty May. Forget trying to win the tournament, just trying to win a game in this event where you find out your opponent at about 11:30 last night. What challenges does that present? What characteristics must a team have to win in scenarios like this?
Well, it's obviously a challenge because you can't prepare and practice for what you're going to see, but you can anticipate, you can take things that you struggle with from any of the opponents. But we had a good idea would be Purdue with the crowd and whatnot. USC played a really good basketball game. Also, both Rutgers and Purdue, two of the teams we could potentially play. We've played recently, and we played them both twice. So that gives you a little bit of a familiarity bias, but it is what it is.
You mentioned seeing Purdue twice. How do you put into words the chemistry that Braden Smith and Trey Kaufman-Renn, two first-teamers in the Big Ten, they have incredible individual statistics, but their ability to play a two-man game, it's probably difficult to put into film and more easy to describe it once you see it, isn't it? It
is. It's a lot like our 4-5 combination. It's just unique where Trey Kaufman-Renn's one of the few bigs that he's not really he's not long rolling to the rim for lobs, and he's not really popping and shooting threes. He catches them all in between those two areas, and he's very effective at it.
From Purdue standpoint, Fletcher Lawyer, when he hits 3 threes, they're undefeated. What are some of the characteristics that are important defensively to try to keep him in front? Because he's almost always just a three-point shooter.
Well, we've got to get him off the line, but then when he's off the line, if you bite on his shot fakes or you're undisciplined with your approach, he gets to the foul line. But also just staying alert off the ball. They do really nice stuff where they'll ball screen Trey Kaufman-Renn, and then he'll down screen immediately after when you're in ball screen coverage. So, it all fit. What they do is very well scripted. It all fits well together, and it fits their personnel.
Purdue's fascinating because those big three, they average about 60 points a game, but it seems like one or two others emerge. It was first in the last meeting with 5 offensive rebounds. Last night, Heidi with the career-high 11 boards. Outside of the big three for Purdue, what is it about those role players that just seem to find one or two guys who can emerge?
Well, they're all capable, and they're all playing the role of deferring to both Smith and Kaufman-Renn because those are the guys that they play through. But any given night, Colvin, Heidi, even Riley Burgess up at Purdue for us, banged in a couple threes. And usually if your role guys can step up and give you 6, 8, 10 points, that's typically the difference in the game. And so we need that type of production with our guys coming off the bench. And as we're starting to settle into our rotation because of injuries and whatnot, hopefully we'll get some production from our hidden guys as well.
You mentioned the reset of this opportunity. How much have your guys embraced this chance after a very successful regular season that ended a little bit bitterly? What does this chance mean for you and this team?
Well, obviously with so many games late in the year, we weren't able to practice or really make many adjustments, and everyone had a stretch like that. Ours just happened to be at the end of the year. This week gave us a chance to practice, and we weighed practicing hard and maybe not being quite as fresh versus taking time off and making sure our legs were fresh. We chose to practice. It was probably our most physically demanding practices since Christmas time, and we thought we needed that if we're going to play long into March.
Coach, always appreciate it. Good luck.
Thanks, Brian.
There's Dusty May. We'll come back with Terry's Keys to Victory, the starting lineups, and the opening jump right after this from Indianapolis. Wolverines and Boilermakers. This is Michigan basketball from Learfield.
Gambling can be fun.
Here we go.
Kind of like skydiving.
the thrill, the excitement. But be careful, or gambling will start to feel like skydiving without a parachute. For tips that will help keep you out of harm's way, go to don'tregretthebet.org. A message from the Michigan Gaming Control Board. Have a gambling problem? Call the National Problem Gambling Helpline at 1-800-GAMBLER.
You just slept on it funny. I think it's supposed to be that color. It's probably just something you ate. That'll clear right up with some aloe. Some chicken soup will have you back on your feet in no time. Not sure. But Mom will probably know.
Don't rely on guesswork. For 85 years, Blue Cross has been providing Michiganders with access to the care and resources they need, and will be ready to help for the next 85 years.
141-868. Ann Arbor has a goal to reach 100% renewable energy by 2030, and DTE is committed to helping the city get there. Between DTE's wind and solar projects and local participation in My Green Power, we're already 30% of the way there. Join thousands of your neighbors who are using My Green Power to reduce their carbon footprint and support Michigan-made renewable energy. Learn more at migreenpower.com. Together, we can power a sustainable future.
Getting ready for this final quarterfinal. The Wolverines, the last team to take the floor for the first time here in the Big Ten Tournament in Indianapolis at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. Before we go any further, let's pause 10 seconds to let our stations identify themselves. This is Michigan basketball from Learfield. So glad to be with you for the postseason with the national champion Terry Mills, our engineer Tony Butler, our host Rob Joyce. I'm Brian Bush. Michigan and Purdue 3 versus 6 for the right to take on a Maryland Terrapins team that bulldozed Illinois in the third game, the one we just saw wrap up. Terry, how do the Wolverines get the job done and win the rubber match against the Boilermakers? What are your keys to victory?
Yeah, well, number one, defending that pick-and-roll action, and that starts with Big Ten Player of the Year, Braylon Smith. Leads the Big Ten in 8.8 assists. When he's on the floor, he makes everyone better. And I'll tell you one thing, he doesn't come off the floor. I mean, he plays a lot of minutes. So Michigan has to stay connected defensively, trust and believe in their assignments, and lay it all on the line here. Number two, post defense. Trey Kaufman-Renn is one of the most dominant big men in the Big Ten. I think you got to get to work early on him, get him off the block, and don't allow him to get to that left shoulder where he kind of dominates in that area. And also the perimeter has to have that pressure out on the perimeter. Don't make it an easy post entry for him. Last but not least, offensively, take care of the basketball. Reduce those turnovers. Shoot the ball with confidence, and when that opportunity presents itself, attack the basket. Purdue doesn't have that rim protector, and move that ball from side to side. I'd love to see Michigan get out here in transition today, get some early baskets in transition.
First meeting, Michigan coughed it up 22 times at Mackey. The second time the Michigan win, half that at 11. Let's give you the starting lineups first for the men from beautiful West Lafayette, the Boilermakers of Purdue. 22-10 overall. They went 13-7 in the regular season in the Big Ten. The point guard, as Terry alluded to, the head of the snake, Braden Smith, the Big Ten's Player of the Year, who is playing game number 107 with his backcourt mate, Fletcher Lawyer. Honorable mention All Big Ten, leads the Big Ten and is sixth nationally at 47% from downtown. The three-man is freshman C.J. Cox, a former three-star, yet another proof positive of the Matt Painter approach. Find someone who buys in and develop them into a rotation piece and maybe more. On the interior, it's Trey Kaufman-Renn at the 4 spot. He scored 22 or more in 9 of his last 11, had a career-high tying 30 against USC on Thursday. And the man in the middle, Caleb Furst, lone senior on this team. He's won 114 games with the Boilermakers. They play for 20th year head coach Matt Painter, 21st season overall as a head coach, 494 wins, 218 losses. For the third-seeded Michigan Wolverines, 22-9 overall, 14-6 in the Big Ten, but losers of their last 3 regular season games. Last win was that shocker, Namari Burnett walking off with a win at Chrysler on February 27th against Rutgers. Namari Burnett getting that start, his 64th start in as many games for the Michigan Wolverines at the 2-guard spot. flanked by the point guard, Trey Donaldson, 11th in the Big Ten at just shy of 4 assists a ball game. Reuben Jones makes his 7th start, his 2nd in a row, playing in his 133rd collegiate game. And Area 51, Danny Wolf at the 4, Vlad Golden at the 5. They've made up 38% of Michigan's points, 43.5% of Michigan's boards, and 75% of Michigan's blocks as they get ready to try to take that alien-like performance into the postseason. Head coach is Dusty May. His first season with Michigan, 7th as a collegiate head coach, 148 wins, 78 losses. Our officials here today in Indianapolis, Brian Dorsey, Kelly Pfeiffer, and John Floyd. With the national champion, Terry Mills. Our engineer, Tony Butler, and our host, Rob Joyce. I'm Brian Bush. Caleb First in black for Purdue. Vlad Golden in white for Michigan, ready for the jump. Ball's in the air, smacked back emphatically by First. Purdue will start moving left to right here on this quarterfinal Friday finale. Michigan and Purdue, the rubber match. Center circle, C.J. Cox for the Boilers. Flip it left side to Braden Smith, who played all 40 on Thursday here against USC. Inside, Compton-Wren goes up strong. Bankson scores low on the right. And those two, they always seem to find each other. Smith to Compton-Wren, 2-0 Purdue.
Yeah, I mean, on the offensive end, you better believe that those guys are going to touch it every time on the offensive end.
Jones high on the right. Face guarded by Caleb First. Now to the left wing, Donaldson. Jogs head of the key. Flip a zinger in toward Golden. Pocket picked inside by Smith. Slithers left to right for Purdue, up 2-0. Over to Lawyer straight on. Had his pass deflected, but he gets to Braden Smith high on the left. Shot clock just at 18. Smith whip it one hand back toward Compton-Wren. Leans in. Had a shot rejected by Vlad Golden. Vlad with block number 44. Up ahead, Donaldson. Left wing a 3. In and out. Rebound down to Compton-Wren for Purdue. Near sideline, C.J. Cox. At the point, back to Smith, center circle. A minute 12 in, 2-0 Boilers. Smith pulls up right wing a 3. In and out. Offensive board, Compton-Wren all in one motion. Bankson scores low on the left. Had 30 yesterday. First 4 for Purdue here today.
Yeah, that's that pick and roll action that I talked about. I tell you what, Michigan has to stay connected. I mean, you got to be physical.
And Golden had it nudged away by Compton-Wren. Deflects Jones. Right pocket. Donaldson tries a 3. Misses it short. And Compton-Wren, the weak side, a rebound in front of Vlad Golden. Purdue with the ball up 4-0. Smith left of the lane drive. Takes it. Banks scores. 6-0 Boilers.
Yeah, not the start that you want if you're the Wolverines right now. You got to get something positive on this trip.
Michigan so far 0-3 from the floor. Donaldson, push pass right wing. Burnett face guarded by Smith. Lumbers his way to the free throw line. Spins in. Double clutch Banker. Got the roll. Nice move from Damari Burnett. Don't see that out of his bag too often. 6-2 Boilers.
Yeah, glad he was able to put that shoulder down and turn that corner.
6-2 Purdue. 17:47 rolling first half clock here in these two meeting here in the quarterfinals. Lawyer pulls up for a long 2 right elbow, no good. Both Golden and First spill to the deck. 4-on-4 left wing. Burnett pops up at 3, swishes it down from 24, close to that Rutgers game winning spot. It's 6-5. Boilermakers lead whittled to 1.
Yeah, I tell you what, Michigan found a way to battle themselves back. Love the confidence that Coach Dusty May had. Didn't jump up and say, hey, I'm going to call a timeout here.
Compton-Wren right block, leans into Golden, misses it short off the glass on the right block. Rebound Danny Wolf for Michigan, his 2nd. Right to left comes Wolf, the 7-footer. Leans in, Euros, kick it left corner. 3-ball, Jones, airborne, bottom. 8 straight for Michigan after falling down 6-zip. Wolverines' first lead.
Yeah, and just like that, talked about shooting that ball with confidence. That's the shot that was given. Glad to see Reuben Jones raise up, knock it down.
997 points in Jones' collegiate career. Right elbow J from Smith. Front iron and off. Rebound reeled in left-handed by Jones. To Donaldson. Hits the Durbo right to left. Takes it all the way. Euros. Banks in. Didn't get the roll. Rebound First for Purdue as Compton-Wren falls down and gingerly gets back up. 4-on-5 for the Boilermakers. 16:33 to play first half. 8-6 U of M.
Yeah, and that's what I talk about, free flowing there. Get out in transition.
Smith fades away from the Big Ten logo. No good. Rebound was in the grasp of Compton-Wren. Deflects to First. Jumping right corner. Passes to Smith. Over to Cox. Shut off off left baseline, still takes a long two, thuds it off the left side of the rim. Rebound Golden for Michigan. Donaldson, no look pass right side Jones, underhands it Burnett. He checked right wing from a long distance, he missed it short. Rebound back tap by Wolf to Golden, goes up, Banks, no, got his own board, and that time he got fouled going up for a lay-in. Vlad Golden earns a couple of free throws with Michigan, maybe their best 2.5 minute stretch we've seen in a month.
Yeah, good stretch. I mean, they're able to rebound that basketball, so that allows them to get out in transition. And as I said, I want to see Michigan play that free-flowing basketball that they played early in the season.
First with the foul, first of the ball game for either side. So Vlad Golden heads to the free throw line. Shot at a 72% clip, a career best for the fifth-year senior. First one up, and he gets a friendly roll here in Indy. Subs for each side. Camden Heide, who was outstanding for Purdue yesterday, chimes in for the first time along with Miles Colvin. C.J. Cox and Caleb First exit. Michigan spills Trey Donaldson out. Roddy Gale Jr. is in. And Will Cheddar, hands on his knees in the scorer's table area. He readies to take over for Golden if he makes this free throw. And that's exactly what Golden does. 10-6 Michigan, Cheddar in, Golden out.
Yeah, well, you know who's going to be the consistent as far as the Boilermakers is concerned. And you just got to watch out for Cam Heide. I mean, he had a game on him yesterday, and Cam just allow him to go off.
9 points on 3 of 3 from deep, all from corners. He had a career-high 11 rebounds in the narrow win over the Trojans. Left of the lane, Kaufman-Renn faces up against Cheddar, who gives him a jumper. Kaufman-Renn doesn't take it. Gale almost took it away from him. Ball on the deck at the point, jump ball. Wolverines swarming Kaufman-Renn. Multiple Michigan players on the deck. Kaufman-Renn, the only Boilermaker. Possession arrow tilts it to Michigan when we come back. Strong start for the Wolverines. Fell behind 6-zip. Lead now 10-6 with 15:47 to play first half. This is Michigan basketball from Learfield.
Grand Traverse Resort and Spa presents the 30-second radio hour.
Woo! I ask you, Donna, is cross-country skiing great or what? Yeah, I'm speechless too. Finding your true north can really take your breath away. No breath. Couldn't have said it better myself.
Discover your true north moment amid the wonders of nature at Grand Traverse Resort and Spa.
Hey, Donna, how about some snowshoeing after this? Are you kidding me?
Grand Traverse Resort and Spa. No truer north.
You found the home of the Wolverines.
Right wing, a heave for the tie.
Yes, sir.
The Michigan Sports Network from Learfield.
Introducing Celsius, the essential energy you need to fuel your passion for Michigan basketball. Pop open a can of Celsius and experience essential energy with 0 sugar and 7 essential vitamins, helping you keep up with every play and celebration. Whether you're in Chrysler Center or cheering from your couch, Celsius will help keep you energized for every minute of game time. Celsius, essential energy to help you live fit. Go Blue. Find Celsius at a retailer near you or at Celsius.com.
Wolverines fans, it's time to join the University of Michigan Credit Union, the leaders and best in local banking. We are here to help you stay on top of your game with competitive loan rates and championship service to meet all your financial needs. Access your account with our conveniently located branches and ATMs, 24/7 online banking, and our mobile app. To learn more about our services or find a branch near you, visit umcu.org. UMCU is a proud partner of Michigan Athletics. The University of Michigan Credit Union is federally insured by NCUA.
Wolverines a 10-6 lead on Purdue here in this last quarterfinal on this Friday night in Indianapolis. And this broadcast is copyrighted by the Big Ten Conference, Inc. Any use of this broadcast or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the Big Ten Conference's express written consent is prohibited. Well, Terry Mills, Michigan fell behind 6-0, then ripped off 10 in a row. What changed?
Well, I'll tell you what, they just kept after it. You know, they were able to get some defensive stops, first of all, and then was able to get out in transition. Those shots that were created, they were created because you pushed the basketball up, didn't allow the Boilermakers defense to get set. And I'll tell you what, Michigan is shooting it with confidence. 2 of 5 from three-point line. Hey, we're a team that struggled from the three-point line. Good to see them stepping up, knocking them down.
And the worst performance of the year from downtown was Michigan State on Sunday. Michigan was just 3 of 24. That's 12.5%. They already are, as Terry mentioned, 2 for 5 today. Only once in the last 14 have they gone for double-digit threes. He'll take 40% against a Purdue team that allows three-point attempts at the third highest rate in Big Ten play.
Yeah, but only one turnover by the Wolverines. I mean, that's gold there, in my opinion. But when those shots present themselves, if you're a Wolverine, you got to be able to take them.
Will Cheddar's first touch on the right wing for Michigan hands to Roddy Gale Jr. out there with Wolf, Jones, and Burnett, three starters. Gale lumbers into the paint, leaving for Burnett, goes up strong, banks and scores right hand, left block, and it's 12 straight for Michigan, doubling up the Boilermakers 12-6.
Yeah, nice drop off there by Roddy Gale going baseline, and Namari being able to show his hand, show itself.
Smith center circle for the Boilermakers. Takes it right of the lane. Curls out left block. Kick left wing. Heidi a three and he knocks it down. Perfect 4 of 4 in Indianapolis from deep is Heidi. 12-9 U of M.
Yeah, that's that player you got to be able to keep an eye on. I kind of alluded to it earlier. Playing with a lot of confidence right now.
In between the rings, Cheddar for Michigan to Jones. Drives in. Jump stop in the lane and he gets fouled going to the basket. Foul on Trey Kaufman-Renn, who does have the tendency to get into some foul trouble, was in that issue against USC. It is ruled a shooting foul. So Reuben Jones heads to the free throw line where he is just 10 of 15 on the year.
Yeah, you talk about Trey Kaufman-Renn picking up those 2 early fouls against USC. Thought Matt Painter did an excellent job at keeping him engaged, putting him in on offensive possessions, taking him out on defensive possessions. He didn't want him to just sit down a whole half. So tip your cap to Matt Painter being able to get him in and out of that game.
First free throw good from Jones, 13-9 Michigan. Second one follows in the first. And Reuben Jones has career point number 999, and this is 5th season. First 4 at North Texas, 14-9 Michigan. 14:46 to play first half. Kaufman-Renn handoff Boyer at the head of the key, stops right elbow, skip it Kaufman-Renn, one dribble, leans in, still floats it up there, no, and then a foul called. Kaufman-Renn flying the elbows around. And the foul goes on Reuben Jones. Kaufman-Renn, he is certainly someone who has earned the reputation in the paint and is allowed to do more than most. Kind of barreled into Cheddar and then Danny Wolf.
Yeah, I tell you what, you're not even allowed to get away with that at the next level. So, very physical player, but he's able to just get that shoulder into you, try to get a little separation. Surprised at the officials, but as you said, something that he's been doing all year long, so he's getting away with it.
65% shooter from the line, rattles the first one out. Still 14-9 Michigan, 14:37 on a stopped first half clock. Kaufman-Renn, a career-high tying 30 against USC last night. Big Ten's most improved scorer from last year to this year. Second one to split the pair. Gets the friendly curl in. 14-10, Michigan's lead cut to 4. Roddy Gale Jr., a rare stroll into the forecourt with possession. High to the right wing in front of a standing Matt Painter is Namari Burnett. To Danny Wolf, right point. Danny hasn't taken a shot yet. Leave it for Burnett. Jumping past to Wolf. Bobbles, regathers, floats it up with the left hand and scores it on a finger roll. On cue, Danny Wolf's first two, 16-10 Michigan.
Yeah, you couldn't have said that better. Love to see Danny Wolf when he's aggressive in the first half. We know he'll turn it on in the second, but Michigan's going to need him to start turning it on in the first.
Left wing, Colvin for Purdue, the 6th seed here in the Big Ten Tournament. Reigning national runner-up, Kaufman-Renn around a screen from Smith, goes up strong, and Plink goes it home off the glass. That was an odd play. Don't see that a whole lot. 16-12, Michigan's lead down to 4.
Yeah, for some odd reason, Danny Wolf seemed like he went up underneath the screen, allowed Trey Kaufman-Renn to get a little rhythm.
Left pocket, Gale. He'll shoot a 3-ball. He'll miss it off the right. Rebound, Miles Colvin for Purdue. Gale now 1 of 28 from downtown since the calendar flipped to 2025.
Well, that's the shot that presented itself. So if that shot shows up, you got to be willing to pull up and take that shot.
Boyer leans in right elbow, in and out on a 12-footer rebound. Roddy Gale Jr. for Michigan. Right to left come the white-clad Wolverines in front of Purdue, 16-12, 13-18, rolling first half clock at Indy. Left wing Wolf considers a drive, picks up his dribble, vacates high to the right Jones. On Colvin, drives in, free throw line and a foul. Reach in style on Miles Colvin, says Kelly Pfeiffer. Foul on the floor. Colvin's first, Purdue's third of the half.
Yeah, it seems like these officials are letting you get away with murder in the paint, but out on the perimeter they're calling fouls.
Wholesale changes for Michigan. Danny Wolf, Damari Burnett, and Reuben Jones leave. LJ Kaysen on the floor for the first time, and starters Trey Donaldson and Vlad Golden return. No Justin Pippen on this trip. He's out in concussion protocol. Sam Walters remains out. He hasn't played in more than a month. Inbound Donaldson for Michigan. Jets his way right elbow. Pass up to Gale. Goes for the jam. No, and he gets fouled by the new sub, Will Berg, for Purdue. Their not often used center who bumped into Gale, who went in there with bad intentions. And it'll be a 2 free throw opportunity for Roddy Gale Jr.
I tell you what, you don't see that a whole lot from the Wolverines. Roddy Gale being able to rise to the occasion there.
So Roddy Gale Jr. at the free throw line where he's a 78% shooter. Bends the knees, shoots the first, swishes it down. It's 17-12 Michigan, 13:04 to play first half. And that stint for Will Berg, a short one. Trey Kaufman-Renn returns.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, you've been getting some good play out of Roddy Gale. Talking about him going baseline, being able to drop it off. Taking shots when he's supposed to take them. Stepping up to the free throw line. And tell you what, maybe that'll get his confidence up.
Second free throw good, 18-12 Michigan. Gale didn't take a shot in the loss against Michigan State on Sunday. Only the second time in his collegiate career that was the case. Left wing Colvin looks in, tries to post up Kaufman-Renn, does it left baseline. Now has him faced up on a right-handed bounce. Shimmy shakes, backs him down now. Kaysen helps on a double team. In amongst the trees, flip it left wing, Lawyer. Shot fake, got Kaysen up, shimmies to the left, shoots a three. It's short, rebound down to Golden for the Wolverines.
Yeah, what a defensive assignment there by the Wolverines, being able to handle that and take care of business.
Kaysen whips it past right corner. Cheddar pops up a three. In and out. Offensive rebound. Gale put it up. No. Got it back for a third chance for Michigan. And he gets fouled underneath.
Yeah, how about Roddy Gale? You must know what time of season this is because getting it done right now.
12:21 to play first half. 18-12 Michigan, and Roddy Gale Jr. heads right back to the free throw line where he went 2 for 2. As we're looking over toward that Michigan bench, Danny Wolf got a gander from Chris Williams, the Michigan trainer. He's got a cut to the left side of his left eye as Gale's first free throw is long.
Yeah, almost kind of as if he was in a boxing match. I thought it was a very physical game here, but
foul, by the way, was on Braden Smith, his first. Purdue with 5 to Michigan's 1. Gale to split the pair, knocks it down. 19-12 Michigan, the Wolverines' largest lead. It was 6-0 Purdue. Since then, a 19-6 Wolverines push. Smith in between the rings for the Boilermakers, trying to get to a 4th consecutive Big Ten semifinal. Leave it Smith around a Kaufman-Renn hedge. Muscles his way left of the lane, left block, faked the shot, took a pass to Kaufman-Renn. One dribble spins on Golden. Banker, no, but a foul. Vlad Golden fouls Kaufman-Renn hard, but cleanly. And Trey Kaufman-Renn heads to the free throw line when we come back on Vlad's first, team's second. Even 12 minutes to play first half, 19-12 Michigan here in this Big Ten Tournament Quarterfinal. This is Wolverines basketball from Learfield.
Over 110 million albums sold worldwide. Def Leppard live Friday, July 18th at Soaring Eagle Casino with special guest Collective Soul. Tickets start at $38 and are on sale now at the box office or etix.com. Def Leppard rocks the Soaring Eagle Summer Outdoor Concert Series with Collective Soul Friday, July 18th. SoaringEagleCasino.com.
Go Blue, go long, go 5.5% ABV, go sparkling citrus and real liquor, go gluten-free and full flavor, go with the drink that's the fastest growing spirits brand in the world 2023 and is unlike anything you've had before. Go with the Finnish Long Drink, a drink that goes with cheering on the maize and blue unlike any other spirits brand out there. Long Drink, proud sponsor of Michigan Athletics. 5.5% alcohol by volume, gin with natural flavors. Copyright 2024, The Long Drink Company, Carmel, Indiana. Please enjoy responsibly. After suffering an injury, you may face many hard questions. What will tomorrow bring? Which firm should I choose to represent me and my family? At Morgan & Morgan, we will hold your hand every step of the way. From our one-click sign-up, mobile apps, and 24/7 availability, we make it easy to get your case started right from the comfort of your couch. All firms are not the same. Injured? The choice is easy. Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, exclusive freight partner of Michigan Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
8 minutes in first half, Wolverines with a 19-12 lead on Purdue. Brian Bush, Terry Mills, Tony Butler, and Rob Joyce with you here today. When you're out of town and want to keep up with live college sports, be sure to download the free Varsity Network app. Available for both Apple and Android. Listen to college sports live with the Varsity Network app. Got my mom and my mother-in-law listening. You know it's March when they're staying up past their bedtime to watch and listen to some Michigan basketball.
I tell you what, it's that time of season right now. And glad that they're tuned in. I'm quite sure I've got quite a few relatives tuned in myself. And usually during the course of the season, they'll be like, oh, that game came on too late. But right now, they're dialed in.
And you had a chance to get some dinner with your daughter Skylar here yesterday. She's at the game tonight.
I sure did, yeah. She's here at the game and trying to give me some tips about who's going to do what. I think she wants to get into broadcasting, but I think she's better stick with the advertising. She does a good job at that.
I think there's a little more money in that, too,
right.
So I like where her head's at. Here it's 19-12 Michigan. Terry, a 19-6 run after it was 6-0 Purdue. Remember, at Mackey in January, Michigan fell behind early, big. It was a 13-2 run for Purdue. Michigan called the timeout. Then a 16-7 run. It was 29-9 and over before you could really blink.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, the Wolverines have definitely learned something, and I think Coach Dusty May has kind of learned a little bit about his team also, because usually a 6-0 run, a coach will call timeout and say, hey, you guys are not ready to go, before the media timeout. But he kind of just sat there calm, cool, and collective and say, hey, you guys are going to figure it out. And did they?
So Trey Kaufman-Renn at the free throw line where he split a pair earlier, hoists it up and gets a friendly roll. So he's right around that 65% season-long mark with a 2-for-3 start at the strike. Purdue trims it to 6, 19-13. Second one from Kaufman-Renn, airborne and a swish. He has 9 of the Boilermakers' first 14, and he takes his first respite. Well, I should say his second respite. His first was 5 seconds long. Will Berg, who just checked in, came in, fouled Roddy Gale Jr. 5 seconds later, and then left. Michigan right to left in this Big Ten Tournament Quarterfinal. Donaldson high to the right over to Gale. With Golden, Wolf, and Kaysen on the floor. Donaldson, pump a pass right point, Wolf, shot fake. Flip it left wing, Donaldson tries a 3-ball, knocks it down. Third time the charm for Trey from deep, and it's 22-14 Wolverines.
Yeah, shoot the ball with confidence.
Donaldson, his final 7 games of the regular season was sub 7 points a ball game, and he was 6 of 26 from the long line. Berg, right point. Deep into the bench for Purdue. Handoff Smith around a Berg screen. Snakes his way Big Ten logo. Angles left block. Whip a pass left corner. Colvin. High to the left Lawyer. Shot clock at 3. Face guarded by Kaysen. Steps into a long jumper from 2. No good. Off the heel rebound Donaldson. Push pass left-handed up ahead Kaysen. One dribble goes up strong. Banker. No, and an offensive foul called on L.J. Kaysen. And Dusty May clapping. He likes the approach there from the Michigan transition, even though that was one of those where it was probably a charge a couple of years ago. With that new rule, though, you need to be in place before the start of the jump, and a reputation foul goes against L.J. Kaysen there.
Yeah, the only way you get that is if you're a statue, because I tell you what, you have both teams in transition going full speed.
22-14, Michigan in front, 9 minutes deep first half. Fletcher Lawyer takes his first breather of the ball game. C.J. Cox returns. He has it and leave it for Braden Smith. He does not sit much, if at all. Played all 40 last night. His 9th game this year, playing every second. Left elbow, shot fake, underhands at Kaufman-Renn, free throw line. Timer down to 6 for Purdue. Leave it over for Smith. Screen failed. Donaldson picks his pocket. Skip to a driving. Wolf lays it up on the right side off the glass for 2. Trey Donaldson's got some swag on this Friday night. 24-14 Michigan, and he's in the face of Braden Smith.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, this time of year, they say you have to have good guard play. Trey Donaldson's getting it done.
Donaldson spoke a little disrespectfully toward Mackey Arena, learned a lesson, and he's certainly playing his best against Purdue so far this year. Floater good from Kaufman-Renn on the left elbow, 24-16. Michigan's lead down to 8. Case in right wing to Golden left point. Flip it left corner, Gale. Spins on Smith. Smith went for a steal, play on. Gale loops his way into a double team, tried to step through it to Golden, finds Wolf underneath for an easy lay-in. Michigan barking for a foul that doesn't come. They'll settle for another Danny Wolf bucket in the paint. It's 26-16 Michigan, 9:40 left first half.
Yeah, I don't know whether they're barking for it. I'm definitely barking for it because I thought they've got it hit several times.
Straight on three, Smith good. Early in the shot clock, 26-19. Purdue cuts it to 7. Left wing Donaldson, lob right side, Wolf. Handoff Kaysen, zigzags right elbow, steps back, right point of 3. Off to the left, offensive board Golden, finish. No, he missed it low on the right. Rebound down to Jakari Harris for Purdue. Checked in the last dead ball, leans in, pushes off on Kaysen, floats off the glass, no, and a foul on Gale. And now Dusty May's not clapping. He's perplexed by the officiating.
Yeah, because that's the same call that was on the other end and it didn't go Michigan's way, so...
Roddy Gale Jr.'s first, team's 4th. And Jakari Harris heads to the free throw line. 91%, a modest sample size, 21 of 23. Harris, a freshman, had just 2 points against USC after a strong finish to the regular season. 19 over the last 2. Free throw up, and he's able to clank it home. Caleb First returns for Camden Heide for Purdue. Will Berg, brief check-in for Trey Kaufman-Renn. Michigan subs out L.J. Kaysen and Roddy Gale Jr., and they summon starters Reuben Jones and Amari Burnett back onto the floor.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I love what I'm seeing from Coach Dusty May and his staff with his substitution patterns. Guys are getting in, giving it their all. He's substituting them in and out and keeping them fresh.
Second free throw up and good for Harris. So a 5-0 counterpunch by Purdue, 26-21. The Michigan lead is 5. Big Ten quarterfinal winner gets Maryland, who bludgeoned Illinois in the game just before this one. Golden right point, fakes a handoff to Jones, now gives it to him on a chest pass. Lofted left wing Wolf, shot fake on first, crosses over on him, takes it to the paint. Floater no good. A finger roll style rebound deflects to Cox. Push pass near sideline, Smith. Zigzags left corner, Harris pops up a 3. Front iron, back heel, no good. Rebound pinballs into the arms of Wolf, and he snatches it away from Harris. Berg and Golden, the two around it. Behind the back bounce by Wolf. Now to Burnett, right wing. 8.5 to play first half, 26-21. U of M leading Purdue. Left wing Donaldson. Crouch dribble, around a screen from Burnett. Over to Wolf, right wing. Golden screens. Wolf to Golden on the right block. High banker, way too strong. Burnett soars in for the offensive board, peels it back out. Right wing Wolf, fadeaway 3. Off the front iron. Third chance on a rebound by Jones. Wolf, now Burnett, right pocket 3 ball. Oh, it's strong. And then a loose ball foul called on Reuben Jones. And Michigan's bench, they're just tallying the calls that they are not pleased about. And Dusty May's summoning over Brian Dorsey for a conversation. 8 minutes even, first half. 26-21 Michigan on Purdue. This is Wolverines basketball from Learfield.
With the enhanced engine performance and fuel economy of newly reformulated Tri-Clean gas from Citgo, you're good to go. But good to go where? Exotic bird shopping?
Pick me.
To your Tuesday night bowling league?
Woo! That's a turkeys.
Good to go try your luck at bingo.
G32.
Good to go to a lumberjack competition.
I'm gonna move my car.
New top-tier Tri-Clean gas from Citgo. The most advanced fuel we've ever made. Now you're good to go.
Your official home of the Maize and Blue. The Michigan Sports Network from Learfield.
It's Ford Truck Month, and we're celebrating 48 years as America's best-selling trucks. Whether you use your F-150 truck for work or recreation, every feature is engineered for a specific goal to help you make easy work out of the hardest jobs while providing exceptional comfort and style. Right now, Easy Plan customers who trade in their vehicle can lease a 2024 Ford F-150 XLT 4x4 Super Crew for $349 a month for 24 months with $3,179 due at signing.
training. Payment includes waived security deposit, excludes title, taxes, and license fees. Not all lessees will qualify for Ford Credit Red Carpet Low Mileage Lease. Payment includes $500 matching down trade assist, $1,000 RCL cash, $1,250 open trade assist, and $2,250 AXCD bonus cash. Offer ends March 31st. See dealer for qualifications and complete details. Some exclusions may apply. Get to your Southeast Michigan Ford dealers during Truck Month and take advantage of this $349 F-150 lease offer before it ends.
Been a fun one on a Friday night here in Indianapolis. Michigan 26, Purdue 21. For comprehensive coverage of college basketball, tune into Sirius XM Big Ten Radio, channel 372 in the car, and on the all-new Sirius XM app. Sirius XM is the home of your favorite team and conference, including live games, plus interviews and analysis. So cheer along with the Sirius XM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. Get a free trial at SiriusXM.com/Big Ten Radio 2025. Well, Terry Mills, we talked about the difference in turnovers for Michigan. In the first meeting when they lost by 27 in West Lafayette, they coughed it up 22 times. The 2-point win over Purdue at Chrysler a few weeks later, Michigan only had 11. So far in 12 minutes, Terry, 1 turnover.
Yeah, well, Coach Dusty May talked about them having some time off in between games here to kind of work on themselves, and he said there were some physical practices, and I tell you what, obviously it's paying off because Michigan is doing a good job at taking care of that basketball, and I'll tell you what, probably the most aggressive I've seen them, 9 offensive rebounds. It just shows that, hey, we can get after if we want to.
And Michigan getting, I think, a good session so far from Roddy Gale Jr. He's not going to be a guy, based on how he shot as of late, where he's going to put up a bunch of points on jump shots, but he's asserting himself in other ways.
Yes, he is. And, I talked about one of the keys would be pick and roll action. And I tell you what, when those big guys come out there and they set that screen and get a body on you, Michigan is making a solid effort at getting back around and getting in front of that offensive player as a guard.
For the first time, Michigan brings some press, but Jakari Harris brings it into the forecourt without much issue. Out there with Cox, Smith, Kaufman-Renn, and First. Smith in front of the Michigan bench, left wing, around a Kaufman-Renn hedge. Skip it to Kaufman-Renn, goes up strong, misses the bunny. Offensive rebound by First. Lobs it right point, Cox. Takes it to the free throw line, jumps it up there too strong. Gets his own rebound, another opportunity. Too much on it. Rebound loose, sneered there by Roddy Gale Jr. And then they call Gale for a reach-in foul on Trey Kaufman-Renn. Oh, Dusty May had a pretty lengthy conversation with Brian Dorsey during the under-8 media timeout, and he's only getting more and more boisterous over there on Roddy Gale Jr.'s second foul. L.J. Kaysen replaces Gale.
Yeah, I love the aggressiveness by Gale. I tell you what, at best, that should have been a jump ball. I mean,
inbound, Smith chucks it up, head of the key, Kaufman-Renn. Jab step on Cheddar, backs him down now with a left-handed dribble. Straight on, leans in, had a shot rejected by Danny Wolf. His 44th of the year, Michigan's ball, up by 5. What a pass, Case into Cheddar. Able to finger roll it off the glass for 2, 28-21. How about the dime from the freshman L.J. Kaysen?
Yeah, I tell you what, he's learning to slow down a little bit. I thought he was a little sped up most of the time, but I tell you what, when you start slowing down, you can see a whole lot.
Smith, shot fake, got Cheddar off his feet, leans in, misses the bunny, but got his own rebound after it hit flat on the front iron. First, left side over to Smith. Purdue's missed its last 6 from the floor. Michigan just snapped a 6-shot miss streak with that layup from Cheddar. Shot clock down to 7. Smith left alone, shoots a 3, knocks it down. Michigan trying to switch. Namari Burnett barking out some defensive orders. Can't let Braden get open like that. 28-24, Michigan's lead cut to 4. Danny Wolf with it in between the circles. 6.5 to play first half of this Big Ten quarterfinal. Donaldson back to Wolf, right side. Backs down against Cox. Physical, back down. Whip it left corner. Cheddar dials a 3. Knocks it down. They'll say it's a 2. Kelly Pfeiffer had his eye on it. A long 2 from Will. 30-24 Michigan.
And I'll tell you what, that's another part of Michigan's game that can send them to the next level. With Danny Wolf getting down there in that post area, backing those smaller guys down, they're going to force a double team, which gives Michigan some wide open shots on the perimeter.
Smith crosses over on Cheddar, dump it down a little block left. Kaufman-Renn floats, no. Got his own rebound off the front iron, didn't get it to drop, and then Caleb First, a third chance, and then he kind of shimmied Danny Wolf with an elbow. after the play. It's getting physical on this Friday night. 30-26 Michigan. Quickly other side, Cheddar left corner. Takes it left baseline, reverses and got the roll. Will Cheddar says, forget the fighting, I'm going to go score. 32-26 Michigan, 5.5 to play first half.
Well, one thing for sure, Michigan didn't wilt. They didn't back down. I mean, see, Purdue is starting to mount up on those offensive rebounds, but I tell you what, the Wolverines are in the fight.
Smith in between the circles here for Purdue. Spots up a right wing three. Well short. Rebound secured by First. His second offensive board on this sequence. Right wing Smith wide open to three. And the Big Ten Player of the Year missed it again. Rebound Kaysen. Michigan right to left. Burnett jumping past left wing Wolf. Shot fake on Cox. Now he drifts to the point. Wheels his way right of the lane. Trying to behind the back dribble. Lost the handle. Harris with it for Purdue. He bobbles. Gets it back. Say it was a dribble. Could have been a double touch there. And now Smith has it for Purdue straight on. 32-26 Michigan. 4:44 left before intermission. Fade away from Smith. In the paint. Scores it from 8 feet away. 4-point Michigan edge. Back and forth we go. Kaysen crosses over on Harris. Jump stop in the lane. Shot one up there. Shot put style. It crawls off. Rebound First for the Boilermakers. Smith head up at the point. Drifts left. Hoists a three over Kaysen. And it's short. Rebound Danny Wolf. Michigan's ball. Smith was 3 of 10 from the floor yesterday. He's 4 of 11 to start today. Wolf, right point. Underhands it Kaysen. High on the left Donaldson. 4:10 rolling first half clock. Michigan up 32-28. Left pocket, Cheddar jogs his way left wing. Cross-court pass right side, Burnett. Attempts a drive on the right baseline. Leans in on Smith. Had it poked away. Resuscitates his dribble. Right corner, step back, three ball, Wolf. Swish! Tough shot from Danny. Fourth made three for Michigan. 35-28 U of M with 3:47 to play. First half.
I'll tell you what, Danny had no hesitation on that. Rolls up and knock it down. I tell you what, he has a good-looking shot. He just got to get confidence to be able to raise up and knock that down.
A Wolf box score we've seen plenty this year, but it's been a while. 9 points, 5 boards, 3 assists. Head of the key, Kaufman-Wren. Media stoppage, next dead ball. Kaufman-Wren backs down Donaldson on a switch. High left-handed bounce. And Donaldson pulled the chair out of him, and he walked with it. And Trey Donaldson with a flex. He's tried that a few times. Didn't get it to work. Does it there to Kaufman-Wren.
I tell you what, he's been working on that all season long, and they usually get him for a foul. For that to work for that young man is starting to pay off.
Michigan 35, Purdue 28, 3:23 left first half. This is Michigan basketball from Learfield.
Experiencing a Wolverines game is a lot like life. We honor traditions. We shed tears for a loss, but also for a win. And every time we step on the court, it's a chance for greatness. Farm Bureau Insurance sees the connection and is a proud supporter of University of Michigan athletics. From financial security to a helping hand, Farm Bureau understands the experience matters. Find an agent who can protect what matters to you.
Wolverine basketball and great beers go together like an alley-oop and slam dunk. Founders Brewing Company is a proud sponsor of Michigan athletics and has been brewing up high-quality, highly rated beers like All Day IPA, Michigan Pilsner, and their new Mortal Bloom right here in Michigan for over 25 years. Whether you're cheering from your couch or at Chrysler Center, these beers are perfect to celebrate every Michigan win all season long. Learn more about Founders community involvement and where to find your go-to game day beer at foundersbrewing.com.
The tradition, the rivalries. SiriusXM is your destination for all things college sports. And we've got you covered on SiriusXM College Sports Radio. There's complete coverage of every major conference, plus live games and 24/7 talk and analysis. So cheer along on the SiriusXM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. And now you can get 3 months of SiriusXM free. Subscribe now and see offer details at SiriusXM.com/collegesportsradio25.
Ann Arbor has a goal to reach 100% renewable energy by 2030, and DTE is committed to helping the city get there. Between DTE's wind and solar projects and local participation in My Green Power, we're already 30% of the way there. Join thousands of your neighbors who are using My Green Power to reduce their carbon footprint and support Michigan-made renewable energy. Learn more at migreenpower.com. Together, we can power a sustainable future.
Wolverines as Dusty May, Michigan head coach, said earlier this week, hadn't played close to a complete half of basketball since the first half at Indiana. Well, here against a school in the state of Indiana, Michigan leading Purdue 35-28, 3:23 to play first half. Terry, this, do you think, has been maybe Michigan's best half since that?
Yeah, yes, it has. I thought Michigan has embraced the environment. This is a road game for the Wolverines. This is a Purdue crowd, in my opinion. Plenty of Boilermakers in the stands, and Michigan has responded. I mean, this is a hostile environment. It's not Mackey, but the Wolverines have responded. I mean, when they've been hit, they've delivered some hits, and I don't think we've seen that earlier in the year. I mean, Michigan is in the fight here.
Yeah, about 65 miles from Indianapolis to West Lafayette, so a little bit more than an hour drive. Maryland won what was probably a more lopsided road game over Illinois emphatically. Winner of this game gets the Terps in the second semifinal on Saturday. Michigan State defeated Oregon by 10. Wisconsin all over UCLA 86-70. So the Spartans and the Badgers will be the first semifinal tomorrow. Michigan trying to snap a 3-game opening round losing streak, or opening game losing streak. Remember, before that stretch of 3 straight one-and-dones, Michigan had won 14 in a row in their first game in this event.
Well, Michigan has gave up some offensive rebounds, and this is kind of a game where you have to have all hands on deck. They've got some guards that have been coming back rebounding that basketball.
Kaysen lobs it in. Golden catches, Banks scores, count into foul. Golden over Berg. And how about again, LJ Kaysen? He has 3 assists in the ball game, and 2 of them have been highlight reel-esque.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, that's just execution, paying attention to detail, and running plays out of a timeout. Michigan is playing good basketball right now.
Kaysen came in with 18 assists in 24 games. His 4th 3-assist ball game. The last one came against Western Kentucky 3 days before the new year. Golden's free throw up and good for the 72% shooter. Wolverines swell the lead to a game-high 10. 38-28. Berg leaves. Kaufman-Wren returns for Purdue. Third meeting between Michigan and Purdue on the year. Braden Smith, the Big Ten's Player of the Year, trudges to the right wing. Over to Kaufman-Wren at the point. Back to Smith. Darting left elbow. Underhand leave. Lawyer leans into Kaysen. Now skip it. Low block right. Here's Kaufman-Wren. Spins on Golden. Somehow English is a bucket in there. On the right side. 38-30. Michigan's lead down to 8. Wolverines on the push. Kaufman-Wren falls down. 5-on-4 for a moment. Wide open. Right corner. Burnett tries a 3. A little bit strong. Rebound loose. Picked up by Kaufman-Wren. A foul. They'll say on whom?
Yeah,
they're going to go immediately to a review, but they have to make an original ruling on that.
Yeah, I mean, both of them were tangled up there, so you got to go to a review for sure.
Well, they're going to go to a review to see if it was a hook and hold, but don't they have to say who's the foul on before? Yeah, they're going to say the foul is on Vlad Golden. 2:43 to play first half, 38-30 Michigan.
Yeah, I told you this was a physical game, and I mean, those guys were locked up there for a good period of time.
Yeah, Vlad Golden has a scratch on his right bicep. There's a lot. Boy, it looked like a chain there. They were locked in like a chain link fence.
Yeah, let them figure that out. That's one.
Well, I'll tell you, if they put the foul on Golden, oh boy, that might be a hook and hold on Vlad. Vlad looked perplexed from the whistle. And right now, Brian Dorsey and John Floyd taking a look at it. When rivalries heat up, choose chill. Coors Light is a proud sponsor of Michigan Athletics. Please celebrate responsibly.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, trying to figure that out is like trying to figure out a crime scene. All that stuff that was going on during that day.
So Michigan up 38-30. They've led ever since they spun a 6-0 Purdue run to begin the ball game to a 12-0 run in response, immediate response. Now Kelly Pfeiffer joins the conversation with Brian Dorsey as John Floyd takes a break.
As they show it, they got tangled up earlier in transition. Vlad almost stepped on him. And I think that was probably a retaliation by Trey Kaufman-Wren. So It's a lot to figure out there.
So right now, Vlad is saddled with his second personal foul. And remember, Vlad Golden has played a ton of minutes down the stretch. Dusty May talking this week about the fact that he's basically given Vlad Golden assistant coaching flexibility to say, I'm ready to come in, I'm ready to go out, because Michigan has leaned on him so much. Video reviewing is over. Now it's a three-man conversation that has a pretty significant impact on this ball game.
Yeah, and I tell you, the natives are getting a little restless here. You're hearing some boos and some yelling. Hurry up with the call. Let's get back to playing basketball.
These types of reviews, I don't have as much of an issue with them taking a little bit longer. But we'll see if I think that after the discussion.
Yeah, probably a double or something. I don't know what they're doing.
And I think they're going to keep it as a common foul. 38-30 Michigan, 2:43 to play first half.
Well, it seems like everybody's happy with it. That's for sure, whatever the call was.
Michigan up by 8 as Trey Donaldson claps his hands and looks up to some Michigan fans over our shoulders. So, common foul, that's it. Lengthy journey to get to the same ruling. Will Cheddar spells Vlad Golden. So Trey Kaufman-Wren's at the line. That was Michigan's 7th foul of the half. So Trey Kaufman-Wren is at the line for a 1-and-1. He's 3 of 4 today, 65% on the year. One dribble, a knee bend. The junior shoots and swirls it out. Rebound down to Damari Burnett. So after all that, nothing doing on the scoreboard, though. Vlad Golden picking up a second foul, very relevant. Donaldson center circle for the Wolverines, who have led this ball game for almost 15 game minutes. They led for a total of 3 minutes plus in the first 2 matchups with Purdue. Straight on Cheddar, left wing Donaldson. Shoots a 3, over Lawyer. It's strong, easy rebound eye high to Kaufman-Wren, left baseline. Purdue left to right, trailing Michigan by 8. 2:10 to play first half. Smith spins a pass Kaufman-Wren. Bullies into Cheddar. Elbow flies. No whistle either way. Missed the bunny. Rebound offensively Kaufman-Wren. Play on as Michigan wants a review on that. Left side. Here's a jumper by Lawyer. No good and a foul.
Yeah. Are you serious? I mean, Will Cheddar took a shot.
Foul on Damari Burnett. Number 1 on him. 8 on Michigan. Dusty May hoping for a review. I don't think he's going to get one. Fletcher Lawyer, elite free throw shooter, 86% from the line. There for 2 shots. His first, in and out, and that's a gift for Michigan. Purdue 5 of 8 from the line to start. Kaufman-Wren leaves. Caleb First returns for the Boilers.
Yeah, they're just kind of pretty much letting Trey Kaufman-Wren have his way with that iron shoulder.
Second one pure from Lawyer, 38-31. Michigan's lead 7. Just inside of 2 minutes to play, first half. LJ Kaysen into the forecourt for Michigan with Donaldson, Burnett, Cheddar, and Wolf. Kaysen high on the left now, directing traffic. Bullet pass right wing, caught by Cheddar on a jump. Shut off right baseline, high to the right. Wolf, who has 9 points, 5 boards, 3 assists, had his pocket picked by First, but gets it back. Shot clock at 6. Vacates Donaldson left wing. Drives in on Lawyer, right of the lane. Jumping past Kaysen with 1 on the timer. Left wing, hoist to 3. It's off the heel. Rebound into the arms of Colvin. Purdue's basketball. Braden Smith, right point for the Boilers, who trail Michigan 38-31. 1:18 to play first half. Heidi to Smith, right side. Around a screen from First, has Donaldson on a switch. So far, Smith 10 points, just 2 assists. He's second nationally at almost 9 assists a ball game. Left wing, here's a drive by Lawyer. Shot fake, leans in, banks, misses, but an and one as Donaldson took another flying elbow to the face. He's slow to get up, and Donaldson's called for the foul. Trey still shaking up near that head of the key.
Tell you what, there's been some Wolverines just took some headshots and
Donaldson's first, team's 9th. Shooting foul, so Lawyer back to the line for 2. 38-31 Michigan, 63 seconds before recess. First one for Lawyer is good. Michigan might have gotten that one missed free throw gift from Fletcher Lawyer. Yeah, that was an elbow. Lawyer into Donaldson. Second one up, and he knocks it down. So it's a 5-point Michigan lead. 38-33, 1:03 to play. Michigan can get a 2-for-1 here in this sequence. Donaldson into the forecourt. A little swelling going on that left eye, it does appear. But he's still battling out there. 3 points, 2 assists in 16 minutes. High left-handed dribble on the left wing to Kaysen left point. High to the right, Wolf. Dribbling in front of the Purdue bench. Shot clock down to 9. Wolf still working with the basketball. Picks up his dribble. Spins it pass toward Cheddar. Poked away Colvin, and then a reach-in foul called on Colvin. Matt Painter is irate at John Floyd, who made the whistle. Oh, boy. Yeah, Matt Painter does not get that animated too often. Neither does Dusty May, though that's happened a bit here today. Michigan might have caught a break there, and that's a 1-and-1 for Will Cheddar in Michigan.
Yeah, I tell you, whenever it happens in front of your bench, it's going to be on display.
Boy. Will Cheddar, 85% from the line on the year. So a 1-and-1 for Cheddar. 38-33 Michigan. Winner gets Maryland in the Big Ten semis tomorrow afternoon. Free throw up, bottom. Michigan by 6 as we pause 10 seconds. Station identification. This is Michigan basketball from Learfield. Second free throw up and good from Cheddar. 40-33 Michigan. 8-second game clock, shot clock differential. Waning moments of the first half. Brian Bush, Terry Mills, Tony Butler, and our halftime host coming up, Rob Joyce, with you on this quarterfinal Friday in the Big Ten. Smith bleeding clock for Purdue. Shot clock halfway gone. Jumping past left wing Lawyer. Kick a left corner. Colvin for a 3. Got it to go. Fourth triple for Purdue. And Dusty May with some pointed words toward Namari Burnett on a defensive mistake. 40-36, Michigan's lead down to 4. And the use it or lose it timeout for Dusty May. 19.3 left. Michigan's lead is 4.
Yeah, I talked about how you got to stay connected defensively and be ready to close out. Michigan had 2 defenders running at 1, which left a Purdue Boilermaker wide open in the corner. Got to be able to communicate, work yourself out of those situations.
Michigan has led ever since it was 6-5. It was 6-0, then Michigan jumped out with 12 in a row. Just a 4-point advantage right now. And as you'd expect, Purdue leaning on their 2-man all-first-teamer duo of Trey Kaufman-Renn and Braden Smith. They have scored 40 of Purdue's last 53 points, going back to their nail-biting win over 14th seeded USC last night. So out of the timeout, Michigan comes out with Donaldson, Burnett, Kaysen, Wolf, and the inbounder Cheddar. Vlad Golden on the pine with 2 fouls. He's going to sit ultimately just shy of 3 minutes to finish this half. Colvin bothering Donaldson, Michigan's point guard who gets the basketball. Plenty of time with which to work. 40-36 Michigan, 14 seconds as Donaldson passes the center line. Right wing Cheddar, lob it in toward Wolf. Has it at the right corner, closely guarded by Colvin. Skip it into a driving Cheddar, leans in, floats, yes, and they call an offensive foul. Second offensive foul that Purdue's coaxed. Will Cheddar picks up the infraction, his first, team's 10th. And Purdue gets it back with 3.9 left in this first half.
Man, I tell you what, you talk about the Wolverines getting the raw end of the stick, man, I tell you.
I can't remember all season either Michigan or an opponent being whistled for 2 charges in the same half. Maybe not even in the same game. They got rid of that rule to make it very difficult to earn charge. Now, that one was closer than the first one. But in any event, Michigan now has to try to hold a 2-possession lead, 40-36, 3.9 seconds left here in the first half. At Jimmy John's, every day we prep for 6 hours, baking bread, slicing all natural meats and fresh veggies, putting together the perfect sandwich in just 30 seconds. Order today at jimmyjohns.com and enjoy.
Yeah, well, I told you this was like a road game, so you pretty much got to come in here and take a win. I mean, they're not going to just give it to you because Michigan has got a few bad calls to go against them. But the one thing I like about the Wolverines is they don't allow that to affect them. it's kind of next play mentality.
Fletcher Lawyer set to inbound for Purdue. Kaufman-Wren charges to grab it. Underhands it Smith. That half-court double clutch. Shoots it up there off the heel. How in the world did he get that close? We're at halftime. Michigan a 40-36 lead on Purdue. Wolverines lead for the final 17 minutes and 9 seconds of this first half. And the Wolverines take a 4-point lead to intermission as we catch up with assistant coach Mike Boynton Jr. here at the broadcast location. Here's Terry Mills.
Yeah, Coach Boynton, your scout for this game, very physical ball game, kind of a black and blue, old school Big Ten. How do you like the way your team competed?
Man, I love the way we're playing right now. I love the spirit that we're competing with, the fight that we're showing, both on offense and defense. We're playing really aggressive but under control offensively. I like Trey Donaldson's look. He's being aggressive, looking for some shots off the catch. I think LJ passed up one that I wanted him to take late in that half. But I think our guys are battling. We got to finish a few more plays defensively on the glass, and I like where we are.
Yeah, a little free-flowing to the offense, 12 assists on 13 field goals. That says a lot about you guys sharing that basketball.
Absolutely. I mean, we're getting back to playing like our identity is supposed to be. We're not forcing things. We're letting the game come to us, and a lot of different guys are involved. I like Roddy Gale's energy coming off the bench in the first half. I thought he brought a spark to us, got to the free throw line a few times, and I thought Reuben Jones, even though both of those guys were in foul trouble, I thought they gave us a different kind of athleticism out there.
Well, I appreciate it, Coach. Good luck in the second half. Back to you, Brian.
All righty. Thanks to Coach Boynton. Thanks to Terry Mills. Wolverines a 40-36 halftime lead here in this Big Ten Tournament Quarterfinal. Much to do on the halftime show. Rob Joyce brings you that coverage when we continue. Wolverines up by 4 on Purdue. Winner gets Maryland tomorrow night. This is Michigan basketball from Learfield.
At Greenleaf Trust, we're prepared to help you win. Our clients, having achieved financial success in their own endeavors, come to us not for what they already know, but rather to benefit from our considerable expertise. With a nearly 100% client retention rate and specialized wealth management disciplines, Greenleaf Trust's Michigan-rooted team helps clients play the long game from one generation to the next. A brighter future begins at greenleaftrust.com.
Go blue, go long, go 5.5% ABV, go sparkling citrus and real liquor, go gluten-free and full flavor. Go with the drink that's the fastest growing spirits brand in the world 2023 and is unlike anything you've had before. Go with the Finnish long drink, a drink that goes with cheering on the maize and blue unlike any other spirits brand out there. Long Drink, proud sponsor of Michigan Athletics. 5.5% alcohol by volume, gin with natural flavors. Copyright 2024, The Long Drink Company, Carmel, Indiana. Please enjoy responsibly.
A quick 60-second local timeout, then more Wolverines basketball. This is the Michigan Sports Network from Learfield.
At Jimmy John's, we don't make sandwiches. We make the sandwich of sandwiches. We use fresh veggies because we don't hate salads. We just feel bad for them. We make our sandwiches exactly how you want because you're the one who's eating it. And we bake bread all day, every day because stale bread isn't bread. It's croutons. Sandwich history is written by the victors. Good thing we have legible handwriting. Jimmy John's, the sandwich of sandwiches. Order pickup or delivery on the app.
Progressive understands that bond between you and your boat. But imagine if something happened to it. Without the boat, you're just Tina with too much boat knowledge. Sure, it's helpful on the water, but with no boat, you're someone who talks way too much about knots, and no one cares what a jib is anyway. Boat Tina could get away with it because she has a boat. So make sure your boat is insured. Get Progressive, America's #1 boat insurer, and then go back to being you, Tina, who owns a boat. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, #1 rating based on boat market share data from ratefilings.com.
Welcome to the Michigan Basketball Halftime Show. Analysis, highlights, and stats from the first 20 minutes are on the way. Now, here's your host, Rob Joyce.
Halftime from Indy. Michigan leads Purdue 40-36 as we look back at the opening 20 minutes with the highlights. Inauspicious start for the Wolverines. Missed their first 3 shots, allowed the two-headed monster Braden Smith and Trey Kaufman-Renn to score the first 6 points of the game. Then Namari Burnett, back-to-back buckets, got Michigan on the board, and in a flash, the U of M had the lead that ultimately wouldn't relinquish the rest of the half.
Off the glass on the right block, rebound Danny Wolf for Michigan, his second. Right to left comes Wolf, the 7-footer, leans in, Euros, kick it left corner, 3-ball Jones, airborne, bottom! 8 straight for Michigan after falling down 6-zip, Wolverines' first lead.
Wound up being 12 straight. Purdue underwent a 3-minute scoring drought. 5 minutes in, 14-9 Michigan, which became a little hard to come by. Under 12 timeout, it was a 19-12 Michigan lead, but neither team was above 36% shooting. Then Michigan started to get going. It started on the defensive end to grow the lead to double digits.
Timer down to 6 for Purdue. Leave it over for Smith. Screen failed. Donaldson picks his pocket. Skip to a driving. Wolf lays it up on the right side off the glass for 2. Trey Donaldson's got some swag on this Friday night. 24-14 Michigan.
Wolf made his first 3 shots, 9 minutes to halftime, 26-21 Michigan. Stayed that way through the under 8 timeout. Wolverines missed 6 straight shots after that. Again, defense spurred the offense. A Danny Wolf block turned into a Will Cheddar bucket to ignite things. Cheddar actually scored 6 straight Michigan points, but Purdue slowly chipping away. 5 minutes to halftime, it was 32-28. Another good Michigan response right after.
A drive on the right baseline, leans in on Smith, had it poked away, resuscitates his dribble. Right corner, step back, 3-ball Wolf. Swish! Tough shot from Danny. 4th made 3 for Michigan. 35-28 U of M with 3:47 to play. First half.
Then a Vlad Golden 3-point play briefly pushed the margin back to 10, 38-28, but the last points for Michigan for 2.5 minutes. So again, the Boilers shaved that deficit late in the half. A 3 with 21 seconds left will cap the scoring. Michigan led for the final 17 minutes, and it's 40-36 Wolverines at the break. Halftime show continues. We'll take another look at scores next. This is Michigan basketball from Learfield.
Champion Circle is the preeminent name, image, and likeness collective supporting University of Michigan student athletes. Help Champion Circle empower Wolverines student athletes through NIL by joining the Everybody In for Michigan campaign. Our goal is to reach over 100,000 Michigan fans to help ensure that Michigan remains at the forefront of college athletics. For more on the Everybody In for Michigan campaign, head to championscircleufm.com. Champions Circle, proud partner of University of Michigan Athletics.
Today's broadcast is brought to you by Progressive. Insurance for motorcycles, boats, and RVs. For protection on the road and on the water, see how much you can save at 1-800-PROGRESSIVE and Progressive.com. This is the Michigan Sports Network from Learfield.
It's time to think Ford first. Right now, check out the 2025 Ford Escape at your Southeast Michigan Ford dealers. The Escape comes available with driver assist technologies like pre-collision assist with automatic emergency braking. And with a great in-stock selection, you're sure to find the perfect Escape just for you. Easy Plan customers who trade in their vehicle can lease a 2025 Ford Escape for $319 a month for 36 months with $2,579 due at signing. Payment includes waived security deposit, excludes title, taxes, and license fees. Not all lessees will qualify for Ford Credit Red Carpet Low Mileage Lease. Payment includes $2,500 Trade Assist and $500 matching down Open Trade Assist. Offer ends March 31st. See dealer for qualifications and complete details. Some exclusions may apply. So get to your Southeast Michigan Ford dealers and take advantage of this $319 Escape lease offer before it ends. Think Ford first.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by the University of Michigan. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the University of Michigan and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the University of Michigan.
Michigan leads Purdue 40-36 at the break. Time now for another check of scores. We know 3 of tomorrow's Big Ten Tournament semifinalists. The winner of our game will get Maryland, who mollywopped Illinois to open the night session. 88-65 Terps the final, but really wasn't that close. Maryland led by 36 in the second half before bringing on the reserves. 26 for Rodney Rice, 19 points, 10 rebounds for Derek Queen. Turnovers a big factor, 17 for Illinois, 3 for Maryland. Other two quarterfinal games earlier today. Top-seeded Michigan State used a big second-half run to pull away from Oregon, 74-64. Ducks made it a one-point game shortly out of halftime. Spartans scored the next 15, and that was largely that. MSU will get Wisconsin in the first semifinal tomorrow after the Badgers bombarded UCLA from deep.
Off the rim, no. Tipped Mara, gathered by Janicki.
And X was right in the lap of Mara there.
Here comes X, throwing to Kamari. Left corner three, got it!
You knew it was going in.
Another corner three from Kamari McGee.
You just knew it was going in. The ball has energy.
Matt LePaint, company from Learfield. Wisconsin tied a Big Ten tournament record, 19 made threes, 12 in the first half, 86-70 victory over UCLA. Again, that one wasn't that close. It was a 27-point game with 3 minutes left. Bruins finished on an 11-0 run against the reserves to make it a little more respectable. Other power conferences of note around college basketball. Semifinal Friday in the ACC. Clemson leads Louisville 11-6 early on, about 6 minutes in Charlotte. Game 1 between Duke and North Carolina got weird. Duke was up 21 at halftime without Cooper Flagg. Heels came all the way back. Down 1, went to the free throw line with 4 seconds left. Missed the first, then a lane violation on UNC wiped out the second. Duke advances 74-71 to make a couple of free throws after. Big 12, Texas Tech up on Arizona 25-23 midway through the first in Kansas City. Winner of that one will get Houston in tomorrow's Big 12 championship game. Cougars routed BYU 74-54. Big East second semifinal going on right now. Under 4 at MSG. Creighton leads UConn 35-28. Winner will get St. John's there in tomorrow's championship game after a 79-63 win for the Johnnies over Marquette. SEC, meanwhile, still in the quarterfinal round like the Big Ten. Last game of the night is underway. It features Alabama and Kentucky. Under 12 timeout in the first half. The tied out to a 22-14 lead. Alabama won both regular season meetings. Winner advances to tomorrow's semis, where Florida will await the winner. 95-81, the Gators dispatch of Missouri. Top half of the SEC bracket earlier today. Auburn beat Ole Miss 62-57. Janai Broome, National Player of the Year candidate, 23 points, 15 rebounds. And the Tigers' quest for a repeat in Nashville comes tomorrow, where Tennessee will await after the Vols eliminated Texas 83-72. 20 minutes in our game. Michigan 40, Purdue 36. Brian runs through the first half numbers next. This is Wolverine basketball from Learfield.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Try and taste with your ears. Hear those bubbles? Imagine them tingling on your tongue. Fizzy deliciousness. Listen to that cascading liquid. A mouth-watering waterfall. Irresistibly tasty. Zero sugar. Crisp, refreshing, and ice cold. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
John Jansen here. We cover all things Michigan athletics on our podcast channel, MGO Blue Podcasts with John Jansen. In the Trenches, presented by Meyer, focuses on all things Michigan football, including exclusive interviews, game previews, and post-game episodes. Defend the Block highlights both men's and women's basketball programs, and Conquering Heroes keeps you in the loop on every team in Ann Arbor. Search MGO Blue Podcasts with John Jansen wherever you get your podcast. That's MGO Blue Podcasts with John Jansen.
40-36, Michigan in front of Purdue in the last Big Ten quarterfinal. Winner takes on Maryland tomorrow afternoon. First half stats brought to you by your Southeast Michigan Ford dealers. Think Ford first. Wolverines shooting 41% overall, 4 of 15 from downtown, 27%. They are 10 of 11 from the free throw line. Purdue at 34%, 4 of 11 from deep, that's 36%. And they're 8 of 11 from the line. Individually, no Wolverine has double figures, but 7 of the 8 have scored. Danny Wolf pacing Michigan with 9. Will Cheddar one tick behind him at 8. Damari Burnett with 7. 5 apiece, Reuben Jones and Vlad Golden. 3 apiece, Trey Donaldson and Roddy Gale Jr. And LJ Kaysen hasn't scored, but he has 3 assists, already one shy of a career high. For Purdue, as you'd expect, their stars, their 2 all-first-teamers in the Big Ten, Trey Kaufman-Wren and Braden Smith. They have 23 of Purdue's 36. Kaufman-Wren, a game-high 13. Smith with 10, but they've combined for 9 of 24 shooting, so Michigan has made Purdue earn it. Otherwise, no Boilermaker has more than 3. Fletcher Lawyer, Miles Colvin, and Camden Heide each at 3. Caleb First and Jakari Harris have 2 apiece. First half stats brought to you by your Southeast Michigan Ford dealers. Think Ford first. We'll get Terry's thoughts on the first half and then start up the second half from Indianapolis. Michigan 40, Purdue 36. This is Wolverines basketball from Learfield.
With the enhanced engine performance and fuel economy of newly reformulated Tri-Clean gas from Citgo, you're good to go. But good to go where? Exotic bird shopping? To your Tuesday night bowling league?
Woo! That's a turkeys.
Good to go try your luck at bingo.
G32.
Good to go to a lumberjack competition.
I'm gonna move my car.
New top-tier Tri-Clean gas from Citgo. The most advanced fuel we've ever made. Now you're good to go.
Libman makes a difference. The Libman Mop Crew is part of our winning team. The Libman Mop Crew makes sure the hardwood is clean and safe for the players every game at Chrysler Center. No matter what kind of flooring you have at your home court, Libman has the tools to keep it clean. Our mops, brooms, and brushes are proudly family-made in the USA. Visit Libman.com to see our whole lineup and for a store locator. That's Libman.com. Libman, the official hardwood floor care provider of the Michigan Wolverines.
Wolverines up on Purdue in this 3 versus 6 seed matchup, 40-36, as we welcome you back to the game, brought to you by Founders Brewing Company. Terry Mills, we heard from Mike Boynton Jr. say he loved the spirit and the fight from Michigan in the first 20 minutes. What say you?
Yeah, well, I tell you what, it's that fight as if this was your last game. That's the way the Wolverines are playing right now. I think in the second half there would have to be some adjustments here because this was a very, very physical game in the first half. I think the officials will eventually start tightening this up because if not, somebody's going to be in concussion protocol. That's the way this game went. But like I said, I understand and I love the way Michigan is in the fight in this ball game. Stay in the fight.
Yeah, some of the sequences have resembled more Michigan-Purdue in the 2022 Big Ten Football Championship over at nearby Lucas Oil versus here in the basketball tournament at the Gamebridge Fieldhouse. That welcome was brought to you by Founders Brewing Company. It's not a Michigan game day without a Michigan-made beer. Founders Brewing Company, proud sponsor of Michigan Athletics. Welcome to Craft. With the national champion Terry Mills, our engineer Tony Butler, and our host Rob Joyce, I'm Brian Bush. 2 days from Selection Sunday, Michigan trying to rattle off 3 wins in less than 48 hours to do what they were oh so close to doing in the regular season, win a Big Ten championship. The tournament winner of this one gets Maryland. And Terry, we said we're looking for a close game. All 8 teams here on quarterfinal Friday, top 30 in the nets. But it was Michigan State by 10 over Oregon, Wisconsin by 16 over UCLA, and then Maryland by 23 over Illinois. This one figures to be close.
Yeah, the nightcap didn't disappoint. I tell you what, very highly competitive ball game, and looking forward to calling it here in the second half. And we know how Danny Wolf can get awfully aggressive in the second half of ball games, so I'm looking forward to seeing him step his game up.
Well, it seemed like the second half of Michigan State parlayed into the first half here. 9 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. Remember, he was second in the Big Ten to Maryland's Julian Reese in double-doubles in the regular season with 13. Trey Kaufman-Renn with it as Purdue begins the second half with the basketball down by 4. Braden Smith, the league's player of the year, on a switch, defended by Wolf left point. Smith dribbling with the left hand, directing traffic with the right. Now darts his way right baseline, fades away, short, rebound loose, secured by Caleb First, and he gets away with a walk, and then he traveled again. Free throw line, Kaufman-Renn, second chance for Purdue. Smith chugging left of the lane. Picks up the dribble, skip it left side, Cox with the 5 starters out there for Purdue. Timer at 5, skip pass inside to Kaufman-Renn, and a foul called on Michigan. Caleb First took about 4 steps there before getting rid of the basketball after the offensive rebound, and Caleb First keeps racking them up. First now with 5 offensive boards, matching what he did against Michigan at Chrysler Center back in February.
Yeah, well, he gathered that ball in the paint, and he almost ended up on the bench without a dribble.
And the free throw line floater from Kaufman-Renn, in and out, rebound Wolf. Kaufman-Renn makes more of those floaters than he misses. Michigan catches a break. Wolverines' first possession of this second half, which is a minute old, 40-36 Michigan. Reuben Jones on the left wing. Pauses his dribble, left side Burnett. Over to the right point, Wolf feeds Donaldson right pocket. Backpedals with the shot clock down to 6. Donaldson crosses over, takes it into the paint. Flip it left wing. Jones a 3 ball. Got it! North of 1,000 points on a swish from the left wing in the Big Ten Tournament. 43-36 Michigan.
Yeah, you just have to take those shots. And I thought earlier during Michigan's struggle, they passed those type of shots up, and they ended up being turnovers.
1,002 career points for Reuben Jones. Smith, underhand lead first. Went for the jam. Golden met him and swatted it away. Deflects to Donaldson. In between the circles for Michigan. 18-15 to play second half. Michigan up by 7. Donaldson still dribbling over to Jones. Push pass right wing Burnett. Around a hedge from Wolf. Now Wolf gets it left side. Takes it left of the lane. And a blocking foul called on Braden Smith as he spills to the deck near the left block.
Let me tell you something. I thought that one was going the other way. So
I think that was closer to an offensive foul than the first,
you got
the
that
first
right.
2 that Michigan got called against.
Man.
I guess they say it evens out. Left baseline Donaldson lobs Big Ten logo Wolf. Around a golden hedge. Takes it in against first. High banker good on the right side. Michigan swells the lead to 9, 45-36. Michigan the first 5 in the second half.
Hey, Coach Boynton said he loved the spirit of this team. I'm loving it even more.
It's carried over since recess. Kaufman-Renn left alone. Double clutch jam. Yes, count it in a foul. Michigan just lost an all Big Ten first teamer. Trey Kaufman-Renn, an easy stroll to the cup. He has 15, chance to make it 16 on Damari Burnett's second foul of the ball game.
Yeah, I'm not sure how you lose a player like that.
Yeah, you can lose C.J. Cox or Caleb Furst, not TKR. Kaufman-Renn wears 4 on that black jersey top. Hoists the free throw, knocks it down. He has 46 points here in this Big Ten tournament. 45-39 Michigan as Reuben Jones brings it into the forecourt. Jones 1 point shy of his season high for Michigan. Donaldson around a golden pick. Pauses left elbow, lob right corner Burnett. Over to Jones, and Jones shot it, but Burnett stepped on the sideline. Michigan just its 4th turnover of the game. And an unfortunate one there.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, we were due and Purdue's due. I mean, I watched so many games where players step along those sidelines that...
And it was the right call. Smith skip it over Kaufman-Renn left block. One-on-one against Golden, playing with 2 fouls. Pivots, floats, well short. Ball popcorns into the arms of Vlad Golden for Michigan. Good defensive wall up from Vlad. Donaldson around a Golden screen. Whip it left wing. Burnett catch and doesn't take the 3. Zings one eye high to Golden. Banks scores on the left block. Count it in a foul. Kaufman-Renn too handsy, and Vlad Golden good positioning and maybe even better find by Damari Burnett.
Yeah, about the finish there by Vlad. And tell you what, I love the fact that Michigan took a look in there. I mean, I know we haven't went to Vlad a whole lot on the post. I know the offense gets a little stagnant and players stand around when it goes in the post. But I love Michigan's mixture of inside out.
Vlad's free throw clanks out. Lawyer, the Purdue board. Foul was on Kaufman-Renn, his second. Team's second of the half. 47-39. Michigan leading by 8. They've led for all but about 3 minutes of this ball game. Left side Lawyer sprints to the right of the lane. Skip it Kaufman-Renn. Shot put attempt. Plink goes out. Hit the rim 3 times. Rebound number 7 for Danny Wolf. Snakes his way left to right. Underhands Donaldson. Surveys the scene. Now lob it over Wolf with a head of steam. Flip inside Golden. Goes up for the jam. Crams it down over a couple of Boilers. 49-39 Michigan.
Yeah, hammer it home, big fella.
16-16 to play. Big Ten quarters. Smith to Kaufman-Renn. Easy laying over Golden. Nice little find there from Smith to Kaufman-Renn. 49-41. Michigan's lead is 8.
Yeah, Smith is so crafty. Didn't know if he were going to actually take that shot. Made you commit, and he was able to drop it off.
Burnett head down, pauses. To Donaldson, left wing line drive. 3 is a splash. Michigan 6th triple. 52-41. Largest lead of the night. It's 11.
Yeah, who said the Wolverines couldn't knock down 3-point shots?
They're at 35%, which feels like a gold mine. Right elbow Smith. Underhand leave over to Kaufman. Ren reverses and scores. Nice move for two. 52-43. Boilers not going away, down 9 with 15.5 to play.
Well, I'll tell you what, that's their go-to right now. So I talk about doing your work early.
Donaldson sprints to the right elbow to Golden. Straight on a three ball. Up and off to the right. One hop rebound, Kaufman Ren. Glad Golden's missed his last 11 from deep. Smith in between the circles for Purdue. Lumbers left elbow, recoils left point. 15:03 to play here in Indy. Michigan's lead 52-43. Smith ponders a three, shot fake times two. Underhands over to Kaufman Ren, catches, finishes, yes, count it, the foul. Trey Kaufman Ren, an absolute force here in Indianapolis. Tied a career high with 30 yesterday against USC. Has 22, chance to make it 23 after Reuben Jones' second foul, and the Wolverines' third of the half. Timeout on the floor, 14:56 to play. Michigan 52, Purdue 45. This is Michigan basketball from Learfield.
You just slept on it funny. I think it's supposed to be that color. It's probably just something you ate. That'll clear right up with some aloe. Some chicken soup will have you back on your feet in no time. Not sure. But Mom will probably know.
Don't rely on guesswork. For 85 years, Blue Cross has been providing Michiganders with access to the care and resources they need, and will be ready to help for the next 85 years.
Brian and Terry are back in 1 minute. This is Michigan basketball from Learfield.
Are you ready to raise your game? Introducing 50 States Vodka, proud sponsor of Michigan Athletics. Born and bred in Chelsea, Michigan, 50 States Vodka is crafted from sweet, organic, non-GMO corn and is gluten-free with 0 additives. That's right, every drop is pure, American-made excellence from the heart of Michigan to your glass. It's time to experience the best vodka around. Make sure you're toasting with 50 States Vodka, the pride of Michigan and the choice of champions. Cheers to victory and pure Michigan spirit with 50 States Vodka. Drink responsibly.
Neighbors help neighbors. That's why when the unexpected happens, floods, fires, or tornadoes hit, Belfour has your back. At Belfour, we are the people who live next door. Faces and names you know, right here in Michigan. For us, the only thing more important than restoring your property is helping you rebuild your life whenever disasters strike. 24/7, 365. Belfour Property Restoration. Your home, your life, our promise. Call 800-800-BELFOR or visit belfour.com.
Wolverines 52, Purdue 45, with 14:56 to play in this Big Ten Tournament Quarterfinal. Been a lot of fun here tonight as Michigan and Purdue locking up in this event for the first time since, remember that John Teskey smackdown on the dunk in the Big Ten Championship game. Xavier Simpson and John Teskey to basically salt it away in New York City, Terry Mills.
Yeah, so many good memories of this Wolverine team in this contest. I tell you what, this Big Ten tournament is something special. You know, I mean, you see players play at their best when you come to these type of tournaments.
Wolverines up 7. Trey Kaufman-Ren readying for one more free throw after the and one. Be sure to subscribe to Go Blue Podcast. Wide range of audio content for you there, including wall-to-wall coverage of Michigan basketball on Defend the Block. Go Blue Podcasts. Subscribe on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. Wolverines come out with Donaldson, Burnett, Gale, Wolf, and Cheddar. Roddy Gale Jr., as you heard from Mike Boynton Jr. at halftime, said that he provided Michigan a spark in the first half. This is his first opportunity since halftime.
Yeah, well, a lot has been said by Coach Dusty May, saying that he needed more out of his backcourt. And love players that accept that challenge. And this Wolverine team, those backcourt players have accepted that challenge and answered the bell.
Kaufman-Ren short on the free throw. He's 4 of 7 from the line. Danny Wolf corrals his 8th rebound. Michigan's basketball up 7, 14:40 to play. Wolf, a couple of dribbles at the point. Now spins inside, leaves it for Gale. Went up for a jam, had it kind of dislodged a little bit. Got fouled, missed the kind of contorting dunk to layup attempt as Miles Colvin tagged him hard for Colvin's third foul. Team's third of the half, and Roddy Gale Jr. earns a couple of free throws.
Yeah, well, it was a strong move to start with. I mean, if he had just tried to flip it up here on the glass, it probably would have been a return to sender. So
Gale, 78% shooter from the line, 3 of 4 today, and he knocks down the first. The net was not quite silky smooth, and it still isn't, even though he made the shot, which is bizarre. Subs on both sides. L.J. Kaysen replaces Damari Burnett for Michigan. And Purdue checks out Caleb first. Camden Heide, who had a career-high 11 rebounds plus 9 points yesterday, back in there for Purdue. Second free throw follows in the first, and Michigan swells it back to 9. 54-45, 14 and a half to play here in downtown Indianapolis.
Well, the net didn't bother Roddy Gale at all, being scuffed up. You know, most players fortunate enough to even be able to shoot on nets. You play outside, you don't even get nets sometimes.
No doubt. Zone look for Michigan. Free throw line. Kaufman leans in, and a blocking foul called on Will Cheddar. We'll see if John Floyd labels that as a shooting foul. And no, it'll be an inbounding scenario for Purdue on Will Cheddar's second and the team's fourth. Baseline right, Braden Smith quarterbacks it in for the 6-seeded Boilermakers, 22-10 on the year. Looking in, lobs it up Kaufman-Renn. Smith and Kaufman-Renn have 32, Purdue's 45, and an offensive foul. L.J. Kaysen draws it and then has a big-time fist pump as he lumbers his way back to the center line. L.J. Kaysen providing a spark here as the foul goes on Braden Smith. And for Smith, that's foul number 3.
Well, I tell you what, I like the energy that L.J. Kaysen gave off because he drew a defensive play. You know, don't just give me that energy when you make a shot. Give it to me when you make something positive happen on a defensive end.
Michigan the basketball, leading it by 9. Wolf lobs it right pocket. Kaysen, who's scoreless today, the only Wolverine who has played without any points. Right corner, Wolf. Lob pass left pocket. 3-ball, Donaldson up and good. What a find from Danny Wolf on a knuckleball from the right side to the left. Michigan 57, Purdue 45.
Yeah, how about Trey Donaldson was over there doing jumping jacks. He was so wide open. So
left corner, Colvin rebuttal 3 is good. Purdue's not going away. 57-48 Michigan. Dangerous pass gets to the fingertips of Wolf from Donaldson right side. Donaldson pop up heat check 3, and it's an air ball. Saved, rebound by Lawyer, but he got it to Donaldson, lays it up low and on the right and in, and Fletcher Lawyer came down hard on his left elbow, and he is in some pain as he favors that left elbow near the stanchion to the basket to our right. And you could hear that thud for Fletcher Lawyer. Oh my goodness, that sounded like it hurt, and he gets up, still favoring that elbow as he heads over to the bench. It's already going black and blue. Oh, my goodness. That thing's swell. Look at that thing.
Yeah, it's swelling as he's walking to the bench. Oof.
That's
like a...
Man, that thing is already inflating.
Yeah.
As he walks to the bench. That is a scary situation.
Yeah, I don't want to think negative, but that's almost like a break or something, the way that thing is swelling.
Oh, my goodness. So Fletcher Lawyer tended to by Chad Young, the Purdue trainer. 13-19 to play, 59-48 Michigan. Lawyer, this team's third leading scorer. Honorable mention All Big Ten, and he is the Big Ten's leader in three-point field goal percentage. Came in at 47% today. He is 0 of 1. Left side, a bucket good for 2 for Purdue. Braden Smith scores it to the bucket, 59-50 Michigan. 13 minutes to play. Donaldson to Golden. Drives in on Kaufman-Renn. Euros had it poked away. Misses the layup. Rebound, though. Somehow got to Donaldson left point. Floats from the Big Ten logo and scores. Trey Donaldson has 13 to lead all Wolverines. 61-50 Michigan.
Yeah, Trey Donaldson's getting it done today. I tell you what. Playing like an all Big Ten player.
Braden Smith in between the rings for Purdue. Closely guarded by Kaysen. Angles right baseline. Over to Kaufman-Renn. Catches, leans, misses from 6 feet away. Rebound Kaysen. Lob up ahead. Caught by Gale. One dribble. Underhand. Lays it up and in. Timeout Purdue. And Kaufman-Renn comes down lame. He's in some pain underneath the basket as Roddy Gale Jr. had an awesome finish after he caught it right near the basket. 63-50, Michigan over a currently banged up Purdue Boilermakers squad.
Yeah, how about that dime once again by L.J. Kaysen. Good heads-up play by that young fella.
And he's tied a career high with 4 assists. Timeout on the floor, 63-50 Michigan. 12:25 left. This is Michigan basketball from Learfield.
We asked our team, why did you choose to work for Michigan Medicine? Here are some of their answers.
Being able to interact with patients, offer them hope, and hopefully giving them care that they couldn't receive anywhere else is the biggest thing.
Because it's the best of the best. We have great benefits, we have great leadership.
I love what I do. This is a place where you want to be if you're looking to make change.
To our team, we say, thank you for choosing us. We shape the future of healthcare together at Michigan Medicine.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End of friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
At Jimmy John's, we don't make sandwiches. We make the sandwich of sandwiches. We use fresh veggies because we don't hate salads. We just feel bad for them. We make our sandwiches exactly how you want because you're the one who's eating it. And we bake bread all day, every day because stale bread isn't bread. It's croutons. Sandwich history is written by the victors. Good thing we have legible handwriting. Jimmy John's, the sandwich of sandwiches. Order pickup or delivery on the app.
Wolverines fans, it's time to join the University of Michigan Credit Union, the leaders and best in local banking. We are here to help you stay on top of your game with competitive loan rates and championship service to meet all your financial needs. Access your account with our conveniently located branches and ATMs, 24/7 online banking, and our mobile app. To learn more about our services or find a branch near you, visit umcu.org. UMCU is a proud partner of Michigan Athletics. The University of Michigan Credit Union is federally insured by NCUA.
Michigan's largest lead is right now 63-50. On top of Purdue, 12:25 to play. Brian Bush, Terry Mills, Tony Butler, and Rob Joyce with you. The unexpected happens every day. When it does, head to Kohl's and Kohl's.com for everything your family needs. Kohl's, where families come first. Terry, 35% from three is not eye-popping in the grand scheme of college basketball. But it has been 12 games since Michigan has shot better than 35% from three. That game was January 27th against Penn State. This feels like a water fountain in the middle of a desert right now for Michigan, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. And, I talked to one of my keys was being able to shoot the ball with confidence. I think when those shots come to Michigan, those guys are stepping up and they're taking those shots. They're not trying to do extra plays or let me get to the basket and take an extra dribble because those ended up in turnovers.
Michigan comes out with some press on Purdue. Braden Smith, who's played every second so far of Purdue's run here in Indianapolis, breaks the timeline with 2 seconds to spare. Skip it left side, Jakari Harris with Kaufman Wren, Camden Heide, and Miles Colvin on the floor. Smith around a meaty screen, shoots up a right wing three, off the left side of the rim. Good rebound, Roddy Gale Jr. underneath the cup. Michigan wants to push with Turbo. Here's Gale on a pass from Donaldson, right wing. High to the left, Trey slows things down, now directs Roddy Gale. Walks to the left side in front of the Michigan bench. Media stoppage, next dead ball. Golden left point. Ball above his head. Slips it left side, Cheddar. Had it poked away. Cheddar saves it near sideline with 4 on the timer. Kaysen has to go to work. At the point, hoists a three over Heide. It's off the heel. Back tap rebound by Cheddar. And Roddy Gale Jr. saves it just past the center line.
Yeah, Will Cheddar being able to get the Wolverines another shot at it.
They reset the shot clock to 30. Kaysen blows by everybody. Doesn't matter as he earns a foul, taking it to the cup, and he got bumped by Harris. LJ Kaysen has a chance for his first point to the line when we return. Michigan trying to pull away and set up a semifinal date with Maryland tomorrow afternoon. 63-50 U of M. This is Michigan basketball from Learfield.
Honey, did you pay the rent this month? Because I just received a late notice.
Sorry, what's that?
Wait, are you gambling online again?
Me? No, not at all.
If managing the bills and your betting has become a challenge, self-excluding from online gambling or sports betting might be for you. Learn more at don'tregretthebet.org. A message from the Michigan Gaming Control Board. Have a gambling problem? Call the National Problem Gambling Helpline at 1-800-GAMBLER.
Subscribe to the official podcast home of Michigan Athletics and Go Blue Podcasts on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. This is the Michigan Sports Network from Learfield.
Just like your favorite sports team, you need a solid defense to protect your home and business. Whether you're tackling unexpected accidents, fouls, or fumbles, Al Bordeaux Insurance Agency and Michigan-based Frankenmuth Insurance are on your team. Visit Al Bordeaux Insurance Agency today at www.albordeaux.com. That's www.albordeau.com.
Wolverines 63, Purdue 50, 11-19 to play in this Big Ten quarterfinal. First semifinal is set tomorrow. Michigan State, the 1 seed against Wisconsin, the 5 seed. Michigan trying to earn a date with Maryland in the second semi. And how about Fletcher Lawyer? He's from Fort Wayne, not too far from Indianapolis. Has a swollen left elbow, but he is out there readying to return. We saw Trey Kaufman-Renn a little bit shaken up there a couple of media stoppages ago. He's been no worse for the wear. This has been a black and blue type of a battle here to close out quarterfinal Friday, huh, Terry?
Yes, it has. And, Lawyer's a tough competitor, and, seen him kind of take a couple shots, and he's going to try to battle it out. But it's not his shooting hand, but it is a guide hand, and he's kind of holding it a little funny on holding the ball, so.
Fortunately, the swelling has subsided. You still can tell that there is some issue there, but Lawyer with a bit of a smirk having a quick conversation with John Floyd before things return. LJ Kaysen at the free throw line for the Wolverines. Only Michigan player to appear and not score. He's an 83% free throw shooter on 23 attempts. And you figure this would be the 8th that Michigan would roll with Sam Walters still out due to that back issue, and Justin Pippen not making the trip. He's in concussion protocol. Neither Pippen nor Walters in Indianapolis this weekend. Kaysen at the free throw line, first one up and pure. Michigan inflates the lead to a game-high 14 with 11:19 left.
Yeah, you were thinking they were trying to ice him. I mean, it took so long to come back. The TV was actually trying to ice the young man.
Second one good for Kaysen. You think that was long? Wait till next week in the NCAA tournament.
Right.
We're going to have the Terry Mills comedy hour.
Yeah.
A few of those breaks. Here's Braden Smith into the forecourt, high on the right for Purdue. Jogs his way left wing. Lob it, Kaufman-Renn left point. Couple of dribbles left wing, searching for something to do here. Now backpedals left corner. Shot clock at 8, one-on-one against Golden. Gale comes to help. Right corner, Heide, a 3-ball up and short. First missed 3 here in Indianapolis, but the rebound offensively by Harris. Over to Smith, right wing. He tries a 3, off the front iron. Tap rebound by Heide over to Harris, left corner. Third chance, Lawyer, 3-ball up, and it's off the right side of the rim. Rebound Jones, and he gets mollywopped there by Camden Heide.
Yeah, somebody's got to come up with that. I mean, always talk about all hands on deck, and a lot of those rebounds are not just underneath the basket. I need those guards to come back and pick up that loose change.
Heidi's first. I would say in this game it is all body parts on deck.
Right.
Michigan into the forecourt with LJ Kaysen, 65-50. Michigan in control with 10.5 to play. Kaysen zigzags right of the lane. Lofts it left wing, Wolf. And he is able to induce a reach and foul by Heide. So Purdue with foul foul 7. So a 1-and-1 as Heidi's picked up his first 2 fouls in quick succession.
Yeah, I'd love to see Danny Wolf step up here, who's had his struggles at the line, step up here and knock down these free throws.
Michigan was getting ready to dial up an inbounds. I think that 7th foul snuck on him as well. Danny Wolf at the line where he's a 60% shooter. First free throws of the postseason here for the Yale transfer. 3 dribbles for Danny with his family looking on right around that free throw line, and he misses it strong. Rebound tapped by Jones out of bounds. Last touch Michigan. It's going back to the Boilermakers. Michigan 65, Purdue 50, 10:23 left.
Yeah, Michigan almost came up with that. I mean, well, Reuben Jones being able to get a hand on it.
Michigan suppressed. Harris picked up his dribble in the corner, whips it Lawyer up ahead Heidi. Now the Boilermakers have numbers. Underhand Lawyer bumps into Kaysen, who's called for the foul. 5th on Michigan. LJ with his second. Inbound for Purdue, trailing Michigan by 15, 10-13 remaining. Braden Smith in between the rings. Smith, 12 points, 5 of 16 shooting. He has 5 assists, averages 9 a ball game. Smith wiggling against Kaysen to the right point. Lawyer drives in, throws one up there. It was an air ball, but a foul called. Reuben Jones around that. He's the one called for it. And Reuben is at 4 now. First for Michigan at 4. Miles Colvin has 4 for the Boilers. Lawyer, 2 free throws. He's 3 of 4 today. 86% on the year. He was 8th best in the Big Ten in the regular season, and his first is pure.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Reuben Jones has laid it on the line here today.
One of his best games with Michigan.
I might say he has 4 fouls. I'll tell you what, he's got his money's worth.
And I'll tell you, Reuben Jones, when he was at North Texas, the Mean Green had success in conference tournament openers. He was undefeated, and North Texas won him by an average of 19 points a game. Second one for Lawyer follows in the first. 65-52, Michigan's lead of Akers dozen. And inbound to Gale, almost poked away by Smith. Michigan has Gale, Burnett, Donaldson, Golden, and Wolf on the floor. Burnett finds his former roommate Golden, who gets fouled, muscling one up left baseline. So Purdue presses, and then Michigan breaks it with some urgency to the bucket. And Trey Kaufman-Renn, the one, whistled for his 3rd foul. Purdue's 8th.
Yeah, and they were aggressive. They didn't just pull up, hey, I'm going to shoot the 3-point shot. They were in attack mode.
It's amazing what 33% three-point shooting does for a team that wants to play up tempo and wants to have success both from 2s and 3s. Golden's first free throw up and good. He's in double figures at 10. 66-52 Michigan.
Yeah, you're talking percentages. I'm talking about just seeing it go through the basket.
Yeah, there's a mental side as well.
There's a mental side, yes.
One more for Golden. Airborne. And off to the left, rebound Kaufman-Renn for Purdue. Just past the midway point of the second half. Michigan 66, Purdue 52 in the 20th matchup where these two teams are both ranked in it. Purdue, a narrow 10-9 lead in those battles. Smith around a screen, skip it in, Kaufman-Renn poked away by Donaldson, trapezing the baseline, but then he stepped on it. So it stays with Purdue. But Donaldson playing with swag we have not seen since what? Early February from that young fella?
Yeah, and I tell you what, when you're working against Kaufman-Renn as a big guy, and you want me to show up on Braden Smith, a lot of guards won't do exactly what Trey Donaldson did there. Stick their nose in that and say, hey, I'm going to rotate over to yours. Don't leave me in between. If I'm going to help you, you help me.
Michigan 66, Purdue 52. Lengthy stoppage here. Finally, Fletcher Lawyer gets the basketball from John Floyd. Looks right. Now leaves it for Kaufman-Renn. Left baseline against Donaldson on a switch. Golden comes in to help. Whip it into first. Shot fake. Banks nowhere close, and a foul called on Michigan. Wolverines have been hands on their hips, hands on their shoulders, sometimes their head with some of the calls here, as Caleb First earns 2 free throws on the foul on Michigan. Wolverines 7th of the half, and it's Vlad Golden's 3rd.
Yeah, the Wolverines kind of felt like the officials bailed him out. Yeah.
First, the lefty knocks down his initial free throw. 3 points and 7 rebounds for First. But First only has 1 board in the second half. Golden leaves, Cheddar returns for Michigan.
Yeah, First doesn't do a whole lot of shooting, but he is to surround the basket. This is probably my first time even realizing that he's left-handed.
Yeah, he's a two-handed rebounder.
Right.
Throw good. 66-54. The lead is a dozen for Michigan, 9:18 to play. Gale sings one right side. Cheddar open a three, and it's in and out. Rebound in the grasp of Wolf. Banged it off the backboard, and it ricochets to Harris. Right to left, straight up the shoot, and he scores it off the window for two. 66-56. Timeout, Boilermakers.
Yeah, well, rule number one is to stop the basketball. And Wolverines were in retreat, but hey, you got to make him change directions. Something's got to happen.
And some of the, quote, other Boilermakers starting to make their presence felt. Lawyer first and Harris the last 6 for Purdue. They're within 10, 66-56 with 9:06 to play here in this ball game. Winner gets Maryland tomorrow afternoon around 3:30 or so for the Big Ten Tournament semifinals. Wolverines have not been to that stage of this event since the bubble tournament here in Indy, actually over at Lucas Oil Stadium in 2021. That was the last Big Ten tournament victory Michigan had was against the Maryland Terrapins in the quarterfinals. Remember, Juwan Howard ejected. Phil Martelli finished that ball game in 2021. Purdue, they've been to semifinals Saturday each of the last 3 seasons. Won it 2 years ago. That ended up being, shockingly, Purdue's final win of the year. FDU shocked the world. Fairleigh Dickinson beat Purdue. And then, of course, Dusty May and Florida Atlantic knocked off Fairleigh Dickinson in the round of 32 en route to the Owls' Final Four appearance. Out of the timeout, Damari Burnett with it right wing. Danny Wolf over to Trey Donaldson. Michigan up by 10, 8:48 to play. Donaldson directs traffic with the timer at 8. Crosses over, behind the back dribble, loses the handle, gets it back, shot clock at 4. Burnett catches, curls in the bucket, over to Gale, goes up strong, finger rolls it with the shot clock at 1. Excellent ball movement, no panic from Michigan, 68-56 Michigan.
Man, I'll tell you what, Roddy Gale has got an extra spring to his step.
Smith bounces high to the right, Harris. Now first, left wing Lawyer. 8:18 to play. Lawyer dump it down. Kaufman ran in a reach-in foul charge to Will Cheddar. Will's third. Michigan with team foul number 8. And it's a 1-and-1 for Trey Kaufman-Renn with the Boilers down 12, 8:18 to play.
Yeah, I don't mind that foul by Will Cheddar. He was trying to get his work done defensively early down there, because if you let Trey Kaufman-Renn just catch it with 1 foot in the paint, more than likely than not, he's going to score.
4 of 7 from the line today. Kaufman-Renn able to curl home the first. Earns his second, 68-57. Michigan's lead down to 11. Purdue started this game with a 6-0 run. Michigan double countered with a 12-0 sprint, and they've led the entire way. Second free throw up and good from Kaufman-Renn, who has 24. He has scored 22 or more in 10 of Purdue's last 12, and the partisan Purdue crowd starts to pack this place with some noise. One of the first times all day Michigan's controlled things. Wolverines by 10. High block right, Wolf backs down against first. Double team comes. Wolf spins by both. Easy lay-in off the glass right block. 70-58. Wolf has 13.
Danny Wolf, I tell you what, if he adds that to his game, look out.
Smith, left wing, shoots a 3, no good. A lot of contact. Cheddar somehow saves it from going out of bounds and flips it to Wolf. Even with the contact, play on for Michigan. Left side, Donaldson accelerates to the point. Over Wolf, right wing. Considers his opportunities. Shoots a right wing 3 over Harris. It's an air ball. Bad heat check, and the rebound goes out of bounds. Purdue's ball out of the timeout. 7:27 to play. Michigan 70. Purdue 58. Back with more from the Big Ten Tournament Quarterfinals after this from Learfield.
Get your roll on with Lucky Paradise at Saginaw Eagles Landing Casino and Hotel. Every Saturday in March from 4 p.m. to 10 p.m., roll your way to paradise and win a share of over $45,000 cash and travel vouchers. Get ready to jumpstart your vacation. Join us every Saturday at 10 p.m. for the grand prize drawing. Plus, boost your chances every Monday with 10 times entries. Only at Second Eagles Landing Casino and Hotel. Real fun, real friendly. Visit seconding-eagleslanding.com for complete rules and details.
John Jansen here. We cover all things Michigan athletics on our podcast channel, MGO Blue Podcast with John Jansen. In the Trenches, presented by Meyer, focuses on all things Michigan football, including exclusive interviews, game previews, and post-game episodes. Defend the Block highlights both men's and women's basketball programs, and Conquering Heroes keeps you in the loop on every team in Ann Arbor. Search MGO Blue Podcast with John Jansen wherever you get your podcast. That's MGO Blue Podcast with John Jansen.
If your day sounds like,
we need the report ASAP,
you deserve Modelo. If you've persevered through, you deserve this rich golden lager with a crisp but refreshing taste. Or if you overcame,
2 more reps, 2 more.
you deserve this ice cold reward. Modelo, the Remarkable Fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Hey Wolverine fans, basketball season is here, and SeatGeek is here to help you experience all the action. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the courtside celebrations this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Michigan basketball games or to any other live event in your area, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of the Michigan Wolverines. The most disruptive idea in ticketing? A ticket that works. Expect the expected. SeatGeek.
70-58, Michigan leading Purdue here in Indianapolis. Just 7:27 remaining as we pause 10 seconds. Station identification for you right now on the Michigan Sports Network from Learfield. In Indianapolis with the national champion Terry Mills, our engineer and producer Tony Butler, our host Rob Joyce. I'm Brian Bush. Terry Mills, if I told you Michigan would have 4 turnovers, what time of the game would you have thought I was telling you that? Not 7:27 to play, right?
First 4 minutes. And that's being truthful.
What a reset, right?
That's a reset. I mean, they've done an excellent job at taking care of the basketball. It's been a solid game. Still a lot of time left, but tell you what, I've been impressed, and these guards have answered the call, and probably haven't seen that since California, to be honest with you.
Well, the only time all year Michigan has committed single-digit turnovers was that Penn State game we referred to back on January 27th. They had 9, just 4 today. Only 2 Purdue points off turnovers. High to the right, Braden Smith with it for the Boilermakers. To Kaufman-Renn, back to Smith. Left of the lane, Smith probes underneath the cup. Spin at Kaufman-Renn. Shot clock down to 10. Kaufman-Renn in front of Golden. Fakes a pass. Backs into a double team. Leave it left point. Harris, rainmaking 3 is good. And Purdue cuts it back to 9. 70-61. Inside of 7 minutes remaining in Indianapolis. Donaldson past the center line for the white-clad Wolverines. Trying to set up a date with Maryland in the semis tomorrow afternoon. Lob over, Gale, left point, drives in on Lawyer. Underneath the cup, slips it past Cheddar, left corner. Extra feed, Donaldson a 3 left wing. It's off the heel, rebound Braden Smith. Smith right to left for the Boilermakers. Down 9 to Michigan. Harris left point. Back over to Smith, right wing. Considers a 3, drives inside, fades away from 8, misses it short. Good box out by Cheddar, and he tips it over to Donaldson. Smith then stole it away. Ball on the deck. Donaldson saves it for Michigan. Cheddar to Gale. 1 dribble. Leave it, Kaysen. Laid it up and in low on the right. 72-61 Michigan. And Vlad Golden is in some pain as he's spilled to the deck, head of the key on the other side of the floor.
Yeah, Michigan had a 3-on-1. Good to see them execute that 3-on-1.
Vlad Golden took a shot, didn't see, it was a friendly fire on an elbow by Trey Donaldson. Vlad seems all right. 72-61. Michigan with the 11-point lead. Chris Williams, Michigan's trainer, out to take a look at Vlad. And he's got a mark on that right side of the forehead.
Yeah, would you say that Chris Williams has been busy today?
Chris Williams has been busy. Purdue's trainer, Chad Young, has been as well. And not quite the instant swelling that we saw from the left elbow of Fletcher Lawyer earlier this half, but very much Vlad Golden, a battle scar here tonight with 6:11 left, 72-61 U of M. Jakari Harris into the forecourt here. Braden Smith camped on the left corner. Harris shoots a three, misses it strong. Rebound, Gale. That was an odd sequence. Purdue maybe hasn't done that all year. Gale, whip it left wing. Kaysen dials up from deep. Rainmaker that's off to the right, but an offensive board in the grasp of Wolf, and he lost it out of bounds in front of the Michigan cheerleaders. So Purdue's ball down to the Wolverines by 11. Cheddar leaves, and Vlad Golden back out there with that bruising face.
Yeah, I thought Danny Wolf was trying to do something else, not just rebound the basketball, as if he was trying to do it all in one motion. Right now you got to think about just kind of securing that ball.
Smith deflected pass to Lawyer right wing. Over to Harris right pocket. Skips a pass Kaufman-Wren. Faces up against Golden, now backs him down. Leans in, hooks it up. Too strong. Golden reels in. A right-handed rebound, his sixth tonight.
Good solid defense there by Vlad Golden, making him use that left hand. I tell you what, he can score that way, but he'd rather shoot it over that left shoulder.
Michigan possession in the 72-61 lead. 5:16 left. Here's Donaldson snaking inside. Over to Gale. Crunches right baseline with two hands. Trey Donaldson, an excellent feed for his fifth dime. 74-61 Michigan. 5:04 left.
I tell you what, Roddy Gale has done a good job at showing up, presenting himself. When someone's driving to the basket, don't just leave them hanging. Move, get open.
Kaufman-Wren perplexed by a Michigan double team. Now Braden Smith left elbow. Skip it into Kaufman-Wren, leans in, missed the floater, but he back taps the rebound Lawyer. Straight on line, drive three. Plink goes out of there. Rebound, low block right for Danny Wolf in Michigan. Wolverines by 13 with 4:34 remaining.
Okay, you're talking about how you close games out. You can't afford to give up second shots. You got to take care of business.
Right wing Kaysen to Donaldson in between the circles. Around a screen from Golden. Pitch Kaysen right point. He'll snake his way into the paint. Three fakes. Up to Golden. Catches. Banks scores. Counted to foul. And LJ Kaysen's career-high fifth assist. Another dynamite feed for a Golden and one. 76-61 Michigan. 4:17 left. The Wolverines can sense semifinal Saturday.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. You're watching LJ Kaysen go up right in front of your eyes here at the Big Ten Tournament. He has came through time and time again, and I tell you what, you don't make plays like that as a freshman. That's just a very savvy play.
Free throw from Golden is pure. A 7-0 Michigan run. 77-61 Wolverines. And it's amazing you're talking about Kaysen maturing in front of us when he's 1 of 6 from the floor, doing it in so many other ways. Braden Smith right elbow. Pitch right corner. Colvin for a three, and it's good. And it's 77-64 Michigan. That a historic assist for Braden Smith. He is now 5th in Big Ten history with 732 passing. Michigan's all-time leader in Gary Grant. Fitting for the Wolverines that that pass might come in a Michigan win over Braden Smith and the Boilermakers. Donaldson left of the lane, picks up his bounce, slips it past Jones right wing. To Wolf, straight on three ball. Bullseye! A3 for Michigan. Danny Wolf looks at the three in his hand. 16 for Danny, and Michigan's up 80-64.
And guess what? He shot it with confidence. He didn't use that patented pump fake, and there's no need pump faking when you're that wide open.
He's 7 of 10 from the floor, one board shy of his 14th double-double. Smith slips one in. Kaufman-Wren had it poked away, but a foul. Final media stoppage. Michigan 80, Purdue 64, 3:21, separating the Wolverines from a date with the Terps tomorrow afternoon in the semifinals. Back for the finish next. This is Michigan basketball from Learfield.
Neighbors help neighbors. That's why when the unexpected happens, floods, fires, or tornadoes hit, Belfour has your back. At Belfour, we are the people who live next door. Faces and names you know, right here in Michigan. For us, the only thing more important than restoring your property is helping you rebuild your life whenever disasters strike. 24/7, 365. Belfour Property Restoration. Your home, your life, our promise. Call 800-800-BELFOR or visit belfour.com.
Wolverines basketball plays here
Left point three on its way, and he got it again!
on the Michigan Sports Network from Learfield.
It's Ford Truck Month, and we're celebrating 48 years as America's best-selling trucks. Whether you use your F-150 truck for work or recreation, every feature is engineered for a specific goal to help you make easy work out of the hardest jobs while providing exceptional comfort and style. Right now, Easy Plan customers who trade in their vehicle can lease a 2024 Ford F-150 XLT 4x4 Super Crew for $349 a month for 24 months, with $3,179 due at signing. Payment includes waived security deposit, excludes title, taxes, and license fees. Not all lessees will qualify for Ford Credit Red Carpet Low Mileage Lease. Payment includes $500 matching down trade assist, $1,000 RCL cash, $1,250 open trade assist, and $2,250 AXCD bonus cash. Offer ends March 31st. See dealer for qualifications and complete details. Some exclusions may apply. Get to your Southeast Michigan Ford dealers during Truck Month and take advantage of this $349 F-150 lease offer before it ends.
3:21 left. Wolverines have led ever since about the 17-minute mark of the first half. They're in front by 16 right now, 80-64. And with just 3 minutes and 21 seconds left, we're keeping it here the rest of this game. This last call is presented by Founders Brewing Company, a proud sponsor of Michigan Athletics. It's not a Michigan game day without a Michigan-made beer. Founders Brewing Company, welcome to craft. Well, Terry, the seesaw of this series with Purdue, pretty remarkable. Purdue never trailed at Mackey Arena back in January. Michigan fell behind 13-2, 29-9. It was over from basically the jump. The second meeting at Chrysler, back and forth down the stretch after Purdue led it for most of the way. Michigan finished with a 2-point win. Here today, Michigan has been awesome, and they've done it with balance. Nobody with more than 16.
Yeah, I mean, this has been a classic matchup, and I tell you what, I talked about this team being connected defensively. I think they believed in, they trusted, and they followed the game plan to the T. You're going to have different, problems during the course of the game, but I think for the most part, this team gave it their best effort at following the game plan.
3:21 to play, Michigan 80, Purdue 64. Trey Kaufman-Renn, who he might have a case to be on the all Big Ten Tournament team, even if Purdue's in grave danger of being eliminated before the semis. He tied a career high with 30 against USC last night, looking to add to his 24-point total here today. It's the front end of a 1-and-1, and it is off the heel. Rebound, Glad Golden in Michigan. Never mind.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, Trey Kaufman-Renn is only a junior, and I tell you what, he wouldn't make me mad if he left for the NBA, because that young man has been a problem.
Donaldson, head of the key, slips one toward Golden, intercepted by Harris. Just Michigan's fifth turnover, and then Donaldson fouls Harris. Those are sequences we've seen too much for Michigan down the stretch when they finished the regular season with a 3-game losing streak by about 14 points a game. That's, I think, the first turnover into potential points that I can remember from Michigan defensively in this game.
Yeah, and that's just a fact of trying to get greedy. Things are starting to go your way, and you've had a lot of success, but Trey Donaldson has squeaked that in between, what I say, 8 players in traffic.
Yeah, there were a couple officials too, I think.
Yeah.
Jakari Harris, who has 7 points for Purdue at the free throw line. The freshman hoists the first of a 2-shot opportunity after Trey Donaldson's 4th foul, and Michigan's 10th is good. So 80-65 Michigan. Fletcher Lawyer out. Took that nasty spill on his left elbow, and looks like he's done for the day as Harris makes both. 80-66 Michigan, 3:02 left. Michigan hoping to ensure that Lawyer does not come back out into the ball game. Inbound Kaysen over to Donaldson near sideline. Donaldson crawls into the forecourt. Now Michigan can set the offense while bleeding some clock.
Yeah, get a quality shot here.
Donaldson in between the circles. Through the legs dribble. Right wing Kaysen. Timer at 10. Kaysen one-on-one against Colvin. Buries his head into it, leans in. Banks nowhere close. Michigan wanted a foul, as did the national champ there. Michigan goes begging on that trip. Smith left wing to the right side. Harris, 2.5 to play, 80-66 Michigan. Kaufman-Renn fakes a pass, darts right of the lane, leans in, well short. Rebound Golden. Michigan's ball up 14. Purdue not playing the foul game right now with 2:18 left.
No, Michigan's only something positive away from, I do believe, Purdue will start waving the flag.
Wolf into Golden, catches, leans over his defender Cox, and he scores it for 2. Vlad Golden up to 15, 82-66 Michigan.
Yeah, why not give him a taste of what made us famous, the 4-5 pick and roll.
Heck yeah. Center circle Smith. Over to Colvin. Left elbow, takes a long 2. Off the mark, and there's Danny Wolf, his double-double clinching 10th rebound. 16 and 10 plus 6 assists. Michigan fans standing up and cheering. Donaldson to Wolf left wing. Had it poked away by Harris. Clean runway for a two-hand modest dunk. 82-68 Michigan. 1:31 left. Inbound Wolf. Past the center line. Double team comes. Finds Jones. Lob right wing Kaysen, who smartly does not take a shot even though he had an open look.
Yeah, you can't get careless right now. I mean, thought Danny Wolf got a little lackadaisical right there.
Donaldson right point, looking for the dagger. Push pass right corner, Kaysen. Double strong dribbles, reverses, got it to go. LJ Kaysen putting the finishing touches on a quarterfinal win for Michigan. 84-68 Wolverines with a minute to play.
Yeah, LJ Kaysen with a little friendly game of horse there.
Kaufman-Renn banks and misses low on the right. Danny Wolf, rebound number 11 for the Maize and Blue. And Matt Painter tells Jakari Harris to relent. No foul from Purdue. Michigan can start to celebrate its first win since February 27th and its most lopsided win in about 2 months. Wolf, right of the lane, leans in, floats, no, but a foul on Kaufman-Renn.
Yeah, you want to be aggressive, but you got to be careful when you're going in there this late in the game. Purdue still playing with a whole lot of pride. They're not just going to let you have the runway wide open and go in there slam dunking. So
Danny Wolf at the free throw line with Michigan in front, 84-68, 30.6 left. Wolf, 60% from the line. Gets a nice roll on that one. Wolverines sub out Vlad Golden. Trey Donaldson, Reuben Jones. We see Will Cheddar, Roddy Gale Jr. and for the first time, Darrell Fat Brooks.
Yeah, I tell you what, this is an excellent win by the Wolverines, and this is where you start to see your fan base, not necessarily knowing what to expect from this Michigan team with the struggles that they had. Tell you what, there's going to be a lot of fans hitting the road tomorrow trying to get down here to watch this game tomorrow.
It'll be Maryland. Second free throw from Wolf. Another Plinko down. Harrison Hochberg, Ian Burns, Will Cheddar out there. A couple of walk-ons in Burns and Hochberg getting a chance in the Big Ten Tournament.
Yeah, and could you have predicted that the walk-ons would get an opportunity to play in a win?
How about it?
Yeah.
Michigan hasn't had a win by more than 4 points since January 12th against Washington. Right now, it'd be their most lopsided win since the game prior at UCLA. Right wing Harris, kick it left side. Colvin for a 3. It's short. Rebound Cheddar. Shot clock off. And Michigan punches its ticket to the semifinals of this Big Ten tournament. Wolverines 86. Purdue 68. Michigan nearly wire to wire as they'll set up a matchup with the Terps, looking for some revenge from the second to last game of the regular season. Well, Terry Mills, Michigan winning by 18. They had a 19-point victory over UCLA on January 7th. this is probably Michigan's most complete performance since that game. And remember, that game got dicey early second half. UCLA led by 4, not here.
Yeah, and I asked you a question while we were watching that Maryland-Illinois game. And we looked up at the scoreboard, and I said, partner, when is the last time we've had one of those games? And you had to go back and look at it, and you said Washington back in, what was it, January
12th.
January 12th. We were way overdue for broadcasters to have a game like this. Now we can get some good night's sleep. And I tell you what, these players earned it, and they deserve to have a win like this. They put in a lot of work, and like I